Holy hell! That was awesome.
Cool. It was awesome.
Nice job, Julie. Hey, everybody.
Julie did a great job.
Julie, everybody.
Hello.
Everybody applaud Julie for that awesome opening. That was fantastic.
That was some 10x stuff.
That
was some Xeno song.
Those devil horns.
That's awesome.
How's everybody doing?
Hey.
Everybody, hey, Brisbane. Doing good today.
Brisbane.
I slept all night. I woke up. I'm excited. Woo.
Nice. Yay. Everybody's coming in.
Who's that? Freezino.
Freezino. Hey.
Creepy.
Hey, Marcus.
Oh, John.
Oh, hey, Marcus. Hey, Marcus.
Where's my
Look who's here. Look who's here. Hey, nice thumbnail. I wonder who did it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That was so much fun.
Michelle
having
did
you on
the beautiful art of the TV for the thumbnail.
Oh,
I know. She's amazing. She's so talented.
Fantastic. Love you guys.
Sophia, hello.
Hey, Sophia.
Sophia.
Hey.
Mom.
We talked to Brisbane Tales, Creepy B. Saying hello to everybody. So what's up, guys?
Chadster.
Oh, our friend.
Yes.
Oh, I was just putting him up because I saw him.
Because I was gonna put Penny. Go ahead, do it. I just want to say hi to Penny.
Oh, hey, Penny.
Penny.
Our moderator.
Hey, Penny.
But where's John? Put John back up.
Oh, where'd he go?
Who do we lose?
I'll find him.
Who?
Oh
Which
my
one?
God, Marcus, are you okay?
Oh no.
Oatmeal. The silent, deadly killer, Oatmeal.
Is that Oatmeal from that awesome opening? Yeah.
Here he is. So John Scooby-Dooski, our good friend, has sent, this Mr. Bill. So the Chads are multiplying. The Mr. Bills are multiplying. Every SPTV channel now has or most of them have a Mr. Bill now, it seems.
Yeah, I don't know if he's in reach. I have him on the guest bed.
Remind me, I got to tell this guy my address finally so I can get all the stuff. He's been taunting me and I've been holding out.
I'm not even going to expect anything, because just the shipping for me, it's just...
Send the international shipping to Julia. That's right.
No, please don't. Please don't.
You can always hire a flying monkey, to
yeah, right?
Because they're everywhere.
Because apparently I
thought she had a monkey.
Yeah. Apparently I have a
I
pet
just assumed
monkey.
so.
Hey, everybody, put a 1 in the chat right now if you thought Juliana had a monkey until now.
A pet monkey.
The only reference to Brazil I have is from the Simpsons episode from Brazil where they painted all the rats colors. I mean, I just thought that was real.
I want to see ones in that chat. Yeah, Michelle. Yeah. Oh, Marilyn. Look at that.
Marilyn says 1. Ooh. Chat says 1 too. Michelle.
Did you see Michelle?
So Mark sent me a video this morning that was hilarious. It was a Brazilian making fun of the stereotypes that Brazilians have pet monkeys and live in the Amazon. Live in the...
I'm so inept.
You got it.
Me too.
E.T. phone home. What am I doing? Yeah, there we go.
Well,
apparently we have pet monkeys. We live in either the Amazon or the favelas. We speak Spanish, which I have heard. What else was there? No. We all dance samba and play soccer, of course.
Yeah, and you're in some kind of cartel. You're in some kind, and you're like dodging the bullets. And,
dodging the bullets, all of that. Yeah.
There's a lot of gangs in Brazil.
Those things are not wrong about Brazil, but they're not. It's the stereotypes.
Everybody, right.
I learned how to dance samba.
Hi, E.
In tap shoes.
Yay.
So I learned to tap dance samba. I never learned how to dance samba regularly.
Nice.
Wow.
Michelle said she can't stay, so I just want to read this. Michelle, I can't stay, but just wanted to say, hey, I don't know what GL means. Getting monetized.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm very close. I only need, I think, like less than
13.
what do I need? 13.
13. Last time I checked.
13 subscribers.
Very
That's it.
close.
Wow.
Anybody? Yeah, to get to 1,000, and I think
Not bad.
About 37 something 100 watch hours. So I only need like maybe 280 watch hours. So everyone's been great. Just like I feel bad for their pets because they're like leaving my face on their big screen and leaving for the day. I'm like,
Marilyn,
baby.
come on.
No, you worked hard, Marilyn. You know.
sure have. Ladies and gentlemen, do us all a favor. If you're watching from anybody else's channel, my channel, Chad's channel, Juliana's channel, swing on over and watch this program from what's her name over there? What's her name? Marilyn's
Marilyn.
channel. It's Marilyn Honig - Coffee Cults and Crafts. Watch the show from there. Also, if you haven't subscribed to Marilyn's channel, please subscribe today. Get in on it. Let's do it. It's a great channel. She has fantastic programming. So check that out. Do it all. And yes, hit that like button on all of our channels, but please watch the program till the very end on Marilyn's
Thanks,
channel
everybody.
here,
Yep,
and
definitely.
help her out with those watch hours and those
agrees.
subscribers.
And Juliana's next.
Juliana's
Yep.
next, absolutely.
Yes.
We're gonna
No pressure.
go
No
gung ho
pressure.
on
No
hers
pressure.
once
I
we're
don't have
there.
any content yet. I don't know. I just have an idea for a channel so far.
She promises if you get her watch hours after Marilyn's got there, she's going to throw in some fantastic Scientologist content. So
the fantastic part is what paralyzes me. It's but Prison
you'll be
Project
fine.
says, but I'm watching from all of them except I don't know where Mark's channel is. Mark does not have a channel. It just hangs out.
I
with
don't.
us.
I won't. Yeah, I don't have a channel simply because in the past I've started quite a few, and then I can never ever finish what I've started. And but I'd rather honestly just come on and support you guys because for me, I know if I start one, I won't be able to like continue it. It's just a thing that I do. I'm one of those people where I start a project unless I'm like hardcore into it and I see some success right away, you know what I mean? Then I can go through it, but it's unfortunate. Plus, once I get back to studying, I basically have hardly any time, especially during the week. So I got to read, stuff about history and all that.
Yeah.
All that.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does take some time. So just trying to balance everything. Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah, and it's
So
also
I just
me.
wanted to say hi here to Joel.
Can't do it. Yeah.
Hey, Joel.
We're still
Give her
coming in.
these
Judy.
support you
Hello.
100%.
Hi, Judy.
Alicia says, Mark Turi, good afternoon, sir.
Please don't call me sir.
Says-
No, I'm kidding. I'm non-commissioned. You don't have to call me sir.
A little
But
bit
Thank you
from
very much. I
Scientology.
appreciate it.
And then
Love
also he says, hey, you cool fucking DVs.
The creative beings, yes.
We are. Yeah.
we are.
Proud to be a DB.
John Sostowski says, anti-Scientology, one Mr. Bill at a time.
I love it.
That's
Oh
cool.
no!
Say, oh yes. Yeah.
Nice.
There was a time back in the I think the 80s or early 90s when Mr. Bill was actually marketed to promote like Pringles and Marcus. And there was nothing better than seeing Mr. Bill selling Pringles chips. It's like
Really?
butter and Mr. Bill. Oh
Yeah.
no! It's great. So
I was surprised how
Apparently
many people
something
haven't heard of
I'm
Mr.
sorry.
Bill. Even I heard of Mr. Bill, and I spent a lot
I'm
of
not
time
American, so I have that. I've seen Saturday Night Live, but I had to look up Mr. Bill.
That's
But
early
this is-
day Saturday Night Live too. That was from like the early '80s when SNL was not that great because they had just gotten rid of the original cast and they went through a
Right.
bunch
Oh.
of producer changes. So it's
Okay.
like they threw these shorts together with Mr. Bill. It actually was popular, but I don't know. I've seen almost every single episode, probably every episode of Saturday Night Live until the 40th season, and then I kind of stopped watching. But if you go back to watch anything from like 1980 to 82, it is awful.
That's
Really?
when they kicked Lorne Michaels for a while. He was gone.
That's right.
for-
Yeah.
yeah.
He came back in 85. He came back in 85,
85.
and it was getting a little better.
And they
A
had
little
this
bit better with
really.
Eddie Murphy.
And then, yeah,
I was going to say they
Eddie
brought this
Murphy,
really
yeah.
bad character, this really bad actor named Eddie Murphy was on. Yeah.
He was
I love
19
Eddie
when he started, and he saved the show. And then he got
Really?
too cool for school. And then
Well,
they had
yeah.
one season where Robert Downey Jr. was a cast member with Anthony Michael Hall, and it was a terrible season. And then they
Yes, it
revamped
was.
everything. So anyway,
Yeah.
I could talk about that also all day
Interesting.
long.
When was
Yeah,
the bad season with Julia Louis-Dreyfus? She was on for.
She was
She
fine,
was
but they were
there?
about 82, 83, 84,
That was?
85, somewhere
Okay.
in there. They
Okay.
were fine. Again, Eddie Murphy was in that cast, so it was okay. But she's said before that she was too young to do SNL. She was only in her like 20 or something. And yeah, so but she's obviously, her career got
And
better.
then we
but,
started to see Dennis Hartman, Dennis Miller, Phil
Miller,
Hartman.
yeah.
What's her name?
John
and what's her
Lovitz?
name? John Lovitz.
Acting.
Yes. Oh my God.
I love that guy.
And that cast things started to build. It was
That's right.
who are the two fantastic? Well, there were like three fantastic women in that cast as well.
Yeah, there was Victoria Jackson, who's at Nut Bar right now. She's kind of crazy cuckoo.
Yeah, she is.
Don't look. Yeah, she is. However, she's a very funny comedian. Then there was Nora Dunn, and then there
Nora.
was Jan Hooks, who
Loved
recently
Jan.
passed.
I don't know who
Yes,
any
she
of those
did.
people
Love
That
are.
must have
Jan
been the 90s because some of them don't ring a bell at all. That
No, it was
a good-
And, yeah,
I don't know who
they-
any
it
of
was
those
late
people are.
80s, early
around.
90s. Yeah.
Oh,
Late
okay.
80s,
Yeah, they
early
left
90s,
around
yeah.
1991, and then
Yeah.
they got
okay.
the younger cast around, and then they got Mike Myers came in like 89, and then so
Mhm.
did Sandler and all those guys, and then it was a much younger cast in the early 90s, which I also remember quite well too, because I was a kid and I was allowed to stay up on Saturday nights, and so I think in like 90, it's like 10, so it was like 93, and I started watching SNL, and that's why I started watching, and then I
I
started
love
watching
Wayne's
every
World.
episode.
Wayne's World.
Yeah,
was
I love
great.
that movie. The first
Yeah,
one
yeah.
is the best.
Yeah.
I love that. I quote that whole movie.
It's
Yeah.
so weird because I have so many different references from the same time frame, just because we didn't have. It's so funny because we didn't have internet or anything like that, right? So just to get the things that we got here from other cultures were like things that, like television networks had to buy rights for or something like that. So I grew up with a bunch of game shows that many years later I found out that they were all ripped off from American shows. The only thing we never had here was Jeopardy. That's the only thing
Yeah.
that was never, and I don't think people would be able to follow it because the level of I don't want to be mean to people, but like the people that went on those shows were not very smart.
No.
The level just kept
I can't
going lower
imagine,
and lower and
though.
lower. So Jeopardy would be too hard,
But I
I
can't
don't know if Jeopardy
imagine
would work here.
Wheel of Fortune in other languages, because like
Oh,
especially in
have
Portuguese,
it
it'd
here.
be like an A with the squiggly line on top of it. It's just for us.
No,
because
what happens is just say A.
Our alphabet, right? Yeah, our alphabet, right? We don't have any accents. We don't have any what are called circumflexes. We don't have anything. We don't have
Right.
any umlauts. But it's like in Portuguese, you have this.
Umlaut!
We don't have
Amazing,
umlauts
right?
anymore either. We got rid of
Well, no, but I
umlauts.
mean, you have the little lines, or you have accents, or whatever.
Yeah,
right?
but not
But
umlauts anymore.
it's funny. Yeah.
Thank God. No, yeah.
But in
what
Germany,
happens
they
is
got those umlauts. Umlaut.
Yeah.
you'll just say like A, and then whatever
Yeah.
however many number of A's that you have, even with a tilde, it'll just show with accents, with anything. You don't have to say the accents or anything.
That's good. You don't have to actually say A with accent. Yeah.
No, just
Or
say
A with little
or
hat
E.
on top. Yeah.
No. But the difference with our Wheel of Fortune here is that you don't buy your vowels. You just have to call out letters. It's different, but it's the same show.
Yeah.
It's like it's yeah.
Absolutely. Space Cadet Brett says my favorite era of SNL was when Tina Fey and Amy Poehler were doing Weekend Update. It was a fantastic.
That's what I
Yeah.
know.
That's a
when that came
fantastic
out.
era. And
That's
even
the cast that I
yeah, even when Seth Meyers was doing Weekend Update. It's funny to watch Seth Meyers' show now, and I don't watch it that often, but he is instead of doing the standing monologue, now he does the monologue behind his desk as kind of a news thing, much like he
Right.
did on SNL, because that's what he's good at and that's what he knows. But yeah, that was a great era. Oh God, when Tina Fey pretended to be Sarah Palin, I mean,
I know. Oh my God,
that
was
split
awesome.
image of the
So
two,
good.
and her doing that was just fantastic.
Perfect.
Yeah,
And when Sarah
I'm
Palin
I'm
came
gonna
on the
do some
show, that was
fancy.
great.
Yeah. She says, Tina Fey says, and now I'm going to do some fancy pageant walking. She walks.
That was great.
The idea that I have of Saturday Night Live is like they're really good, and now that you're mentioning that one specifically, which was really good, I always have a feeling that they're really good impersonators, like really good.
Some of them are absolutely fantastic impersonators. Some of them are, pretty bad. I mean,
Yeah, but that's what I said. I don't know a lot of Saturday Night Live, like I've seen some.
I love
like
the Chippendale scene with with Patrick Swayze
and Chris Farley. Fantastic.
Yeah.
I always love watching when Norm Macdonald would be on Jeopardy and would play like who would Norm be?
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, and he was just I mean, it was a horrible impression, but it was hilarious.
That makes it even better when it's bad. Yeah,
when it's bad like that. Yeah, Norm was
Chewing gum.
fantastic, and
Yeah,
Norm ended up getting fired, and it was kind of devastating because I thought he was hilarious, and I'm sure there's still scandal to the fact that it was because he loved to make fun of O.J. Simpson, and O.J. Simpson was a big friend of the producers. So, but yeah, that show is fantastic. To this day, I do love watching Colin Jost and Michael Che do the news. I've always been a fan of Weekend Update, even during the other Colin Quinn, when he was horrible at it. But I've always loved Weekend Update, and even if the rest of the show sucks, I love watching Weekend Update, and I do love the cold open too. I thought that they've done a great job. Well, quite candidly, they've politicized the cold open very much over the last few years. But I think typically it's funny when what's her name? She just left the show. The little blonde Kate McKinnon. When she would do some of her impressions of Jeff Sessions and some of those, I thought it was just hilarious. But to this day, Weekend Update is far and away my favorite. If I could just watch, if there was a streaming channel of just Weekend Updates from the beginning to now, I'd be in heaven. But Phil Hartman was always funny. Sasowski says, yes, indeed. R.I.P. Rest in peace, Phil.
I loved his Aaron does his impression, gives his kind of homage to the frozen caveman lawyer when he's like, what would I know? I'm just a caveman,
Right.
I love that sketch. And then he also used to do Charlton Heston. I don't know if you've seen Phil Hartman do Charlton Heston.
Yes.
It's incredible. He did a sketch in the late 80s, like a Planet of the Apes sketch. And it's like one of the most memorable, hilarious things. He's just so great. But yeah, I miss him. Miss Phil Hartman. He was such a wonderful, wonderful actor. But one thing I wanted to say about the late great Norm Macdonald was he's the king of the non sequitur. So he would be presenting the news and he would do a completely different story. Like they'd be talking about Desert Storm or something. And then he would just cut in and go, meanwhile, O.J. Simpson is a murderer. Like, it's just like he would just present an entire news story and then get to that point. And that was the punchline.
That was
something
it.
with O.J.
It was funny.
It was, and he would do that all the time. He did that 3 or 4 times in certain episodes, which is why he was eventually let off. But you can go and Google that, and the NBC Saturday Night Live YouTube channel has a lot of those classic moments, and they've even put on a lot of Norm Macdonald stuff, and it's just, that guy was great.
He said murder was legal in the state of California.
Right. Steve Britton just said the best SNL episodes are when they crack each other up. Absolutely. One of I think my favorite of those still to this day is it was Rachel Dretch doing I think it was the first of her Debbie Downers, and she's doing the Debbie Downer thing, and you see what's his name? I just said his
Jimmy
name.
Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon just loses
Yeah.
it in that skit,
Yeah.
and it was just completely right. And sometimes you would see Kristen Wiig do that in her Target Lady sketches, where just people, whoever, were just breaking up. And it's not the same when the celebrity that's like the guest host is breaking up, because they're not necessarily as exposed to it on a weekly basis. But when you get somebody like a Fallon, or somebody who's there every day, who's gone through all of the rehearsals and everything, and when they just lose it, you know that it's just hilarious.
Yeah, it's two of my favorite ones is there was when Ryan Gosling was hosting about 10 years ago. He did a sketch with I think Cecily Strong and Kate McKinnon, and they were playing UFO abductees.
Oh my
and
God!
Kate
Yes,
McKinnon,
that's the one.
like Ryan Gosling couldn't speak. Like it's hysterical. But also for a good one for cracking up sometimes is Will Ferrell. There's a hot tub sketch where he was with Jimmy Fallon, Rachel Dratch, and Drew Barrymore was the host, and they were those amorous lovers. They had this like couple between Rachel Dratch and Will Ferrell, and they were like, and they were in the hot tub, and like the he had like Will Ferrell had like a mustache, like a fake mustache, and the glue was peeling off. It's really, really funny. And like that, there's a lot of that stuff. I also love Stefan. Like Bill Hader would break a lot doing Stefan. When he would be
totally
doing, our clubs. Yeah. Bill Hader. Yeah. When he was doing Stefan, because apparently the writers would surprise him, and they wouldn't let him read what Stefan was going to say until it was on the cue cards. So even during rehearsals, he would skip rehearsals. So there's some really, really funny ones out there too.
That's
Kate and Ryan are in the Barbie movie.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Hey, Steve Britton, we will do an entire episode at one point dedicated to Norm Macdonald's moth joke. I think that's one of the most hilarious jokes. That's like right up there with never mind. That's hilarious. We'll spend an entire episode going over that at one point, because it definitely deserves it. Yeah, Saturday Night Live has definitely gotten people through some tough times for sure. I mean, just even the bad stuff, right? When you're in a low shitty state of mind, even bad humor sticks with you and is something that helps you through it. So I'm completely with you on there.
Before we move away from SNL, there were a couple of comments that Julie started, so I want to get these up.
Yeah, please.
Very good.
Joe McCoy. Okay, guys, who was the first guest host of Saturday Night Live, the test show? Answer: O.J. Simpson. I didn't know that.
I'm gonna guess the answer is O.J. Simpson then.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
No, I had no idea.
His answer would get lost. Wow. That's wild.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
And George Carlin was the actual first host back in 1975.
Wow.
So yeah, or 4.
Can't
remember when it premiered.
Yeah, I think 75. Yeah.
I short story. I got to see George Carlin here in Colorado about 6 months before he died, and right up until the end, just an amazing comedian. I'm so blessed that I had the opportunity to go to that concert, because and see him, actually see George, and did a lot of the great old stuff and did some of the newer stuff, and amazing comedian, and he will be missed. Rest in peace, George, as well.
Did you see the George Carlin HBO special not too long ago? I think it was HBO. His daughter was on, and it was just amazing. So many things I didn't know about him. How he started like back, black and white in the 50s, and it was just wild to see his whole life and how his comedy evolved, and how he was just his own person.
Right.
Very cool.
Right.
But Frisbee Tales, I like Rosanna Dana, and Father Guido Sarducci.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gilda Radner was awesome. Actually, Duncan's roommate in college, or he lived with him, he was a roommate, something like that, was Gilda's brother. So I think he got to meet her at some point. I don't think he's here, but
wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I'm like, really? Like, that's wild.
Wow.
That's really cool.
He's like when he went to the dump or something. He's never around on Saturdays, and then he's always like, "Let's go somewhere." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I got the nerdy bunch."
That's
right.
We're going to a gig tonight, though. My boys have a gig, so we'll be out
That's
tonight.
nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Hopefully the rain will stay away.
Oh, it was an outdoor gig?
Yeah, it's an outdoor gig. It's like a kind of a festival outside a pizza place. So
fun.
I know what I'm having for dinner.
Cool. Damn straight.
Breezy New Project comment. Did anyone see Louis C.K. where he was never asked back? It was hilarious. No.
Louis was I saw the last time Louis C.K. was on SNL. I also know that was right around the time that he was having some other issues with some other comments that he had made off of SNL, some comedic.
Right.
So I'm sure that the two, it was a bit of a Me Too-y kind of scenario. I'm sure that they were probably related and associated. But yeah, he was actually very funny, and he was certainly pushing boundaries, much like very very much like Dave Chappelle did the last time he was on SNL. There were definitely some boundaries being pushed, and Chad and I were having a similar conversation before we started here about kind of old school comedians and how things were allowed in the past that aren't necessarily allowed in comedy, especially on mainstream television today, and that probably kind of falls into the same boat.
I don't know if I agree with the use of the word "allow," though, because I think it's a change in I think it's a natural change in the in culture, in like in what we understand the world to be. It's like we expand. I think we're expanding some notions of humanity and respect and whatnot, so things that were allowed, it's more like they were accepted because they weren't seen as problematic. I'm just trying to say that I don't think that there's, it's not I think it's a good thing that some things aren't allowed anymore.
I don't disagree. I absolutely I don't. Yeah.
So that's why I'm just trying to say that
No, I
not
think you're
allowed,
right.
but not accepted.
I think you're right. I think my language was probably I need to word clear. I think I
No, I'm not like.
But I agree with you. I think you're right.
Anything.
You're right.
I'm just saying that
Society is evolving and things that were said once. But I also find that I think that there's also some comedy that was I think there is some comedy that was accepted at one point that isn't now. But I do agree that I think society is very much evolving and we're coming. Things. You're right. I agree. 100%. 100%.
Hi, Liz.
Hi, Liz.
Yeah, because I think there's a lot of prejudice that's becomes naturalized through jokes. And the more we come to understand how some things are just not nice to others,
agreed.
100%. It just need to change that, So it's not, because I'm not trying to correct you or anything like that. I'm just saying that I personally don't like the word allowed, because even though I used it too, because it seems like it's from the outside, like somebody's telling you, you're not allowed to do that. When it's something that I think it's more like I said, a social evolution,
True.
Yep. Hey, everyone, let's take a 30-second break from the show and subscribe to Marilyn's channel. She only needs 9 more people to make 1,000. And then there
we go. Everybody, get over there. Subscribe to Marilyn. Like Marilyn.
I see all my besties. I think you're
like
subscribed. I love you all.
All right. Just want to make sure, and then you guys can double check.
Question for you. Can you stop talking?
Sorry.
Wait, Chad. You need to stop talking so I can ask that question. Does Chad ever talk?
Chad does talk. And if anyone wants to visit Chad's channel, Chad has over 500 videos where you can verify the fact that Chad does talk. So make sure you also subscribe to Chad's channel and Denver Stevo's and Juliana's channel.
That's right.
But mostly Maryland's.
Chad's right. Chad did
That's right.
That's right.
Yep.
Hey, Kellycopter.
Hi, Kelly.
Hey, lovely Kellycopter.
Lovely humans. Evening Earthlings. It's getting to be almost 6:30 there.
Oh wow.
6:30 p.m. in the UK. No, we're just
Yeah.
starting our day here.
Almost dinner time.
Michelle had said something. Can I recommend a YouTube video about this topic? What we were talking about, the
course.
changes in that. I was like, absolutely. The problem is
Oh.
that
Go
you're
ahead.
not going to be able to share it on chat. So if you want to send it to me
Sure.
on Discord, I will
Sure.
repost it here. I'll post a link here. Thank you.
Yeah, without a doubt. Thank you, Michelle.
Yep, absolutely.
I was earlier today because I'm a huge, and I know Chad is too, a huge comedy fan. I was actually just watching a documentary on Johnny Carson, one of the greats, one of the unquestionably and certainly the epic king of late night talk. But I was watching a documentary on Johnny today, and it's always cool to see David Letterman pop up and talk about his experiences with Johnny and Conan O'Brien and all of them, and and never to say but secretly know how much everybody hates Jay Leno for everything he didn't do to sorry I threw my bias in there.
Don't we always, though?
Johnny Carson.
Joel McCoy.
Johnny Carson, wonderful man. Joel McCoy says, Peggy P, Chad is the man of few words. That's why he is the godfather. Absolutely. Chad is the godfather here. And, you should see the man. You should see him when he puts a couple grapes in his mouth and he starts to talk like this. Oh my God, scary. Scary.
You want to go back to
Alright.
some of those comments? Because I'm just.
Sure. Okay, I'll go to the top here. Space Cadet Brett. Oh my God, Marilyn deserves monetization from all the costumes she's knitted alone. Can't wait for you to get it. Well deserved. Thank you so much, Space Cadet Brett. I appreciate that.
SCB.
Very sweet. Very, very sweet.
SCB in the
And
house.
whenever I see your name, I always think of the original MTV-ish intro that you did, and then Kelly made one, and then there's one today for the Nerdy Bunch. So that's very, very cool.
SCB. There you go. There you go.
Michelle Carpenter. Oh my God, this is so funny. Question: do you guys think the Scientology version of Single and Ready to Mingle would be PTS and DTF?
The answer is yes, by the way.
I love it. That is so
Yeah,
funny.
I think we talked about this a little while ago, about dating in Scientology and how you basically have the same pool. So everyone is just in the same circle, basically dating and hooking up with each other. So, yep.
Right.
Yep.
I feel that out 2D needs to be in that description, but like PTS, out 2D, and down 2F. 2F.
DTF. That D2F.
Down TF. Yeah, 2F with the 2 instead of the T. I don't know, but maybe not. Maybe not. I love it.
It shouldn't be DT O2D. Down to R2D.
OTD, yeah.
R2D2.
R2D2.
OTD and DTF, maybe, yeah.
I don't know, but yes,
God.
probably Michelle. Probably.
Okay, I'm gonna post Michelle's.
Single. It's a good one.
All right. Latte are kind of fun. Okay, what's that?
Umlaut are kind of fun.
Umlaut.
Umlaut.
Oh, okay.
Umlaut.
Got it.
Umlaut.
Got it.
Umlaut.
An umlaut to any random U in a word. That word is probably the name of some MLM company.
Well, she would know.
Yeah.
She would
Totally.
know.
Yes.
It's funny.
That's wild. Okay,
love
Freezy
it.
new product. Have a little joke for Mark and Julie. Dave Miscavige is okay. You guys need to read these things because I'm not a language expert.
Kleine Dwarfenführer.
I don't speak German.
So die kleine Daumenführer des Vierten Reichs. So I think that is the small dwarf leader. And then I don't know the last part, Zenu. I think I know Reichs is like,
Führer.
I can't remember.
Isn't that a little,
Reichs
isn't
the kingdom?
Kleine Dwarfenführer or Kleine Dwarf, isn't that almost kind of
A little
the
dictator.
small
redundant?
dwarf,
Little.
Little.
But what
Little.
about I think of a Führer as like the little dictator. I don't know.
Like little did
Well,
because
No, not even related.
Leader dictator, yeah.
The original
The-
Führer was
yeah.
not very big himself.
Yeah,
but the
but I can't
and
remember. My
Miscavige's
German is
nickname
bad.
as a kid was Little Hitler, wasn't it?
I
Is
don't
it
And
very
there
like-
goes the
His
monetization
mother-
of this video, folks.
His mommy nicknamed him Little. Yeah.
Little
Oh,
hit, little
Little hit.
Hitamaru.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. My German is
I
not as
hate
good
you
as it used to
two.
be. So
Space Cadet Brett, laughter is the best medicine. Another reason I feel so bad for the ex-Scientologist members, media blackouts, not getting an opportunity to be exposed to such comedy.
No,
Yeah,
100%.
I feel
Yeah.
their pain too.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in the Sea Org. But
ooh. There's a policy called joking and degrading where basically L. Ron Hubbard says that you're not supposed to ever make fun of or have a joke. I mean, make fun of, okay, I don't mean like, make fun of someone, but I just mean in making light of a situation or to joke about something like that because you were called a degrader. Again, goes back to the DBs, but basically no humor whatsoever, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
yep.
Sosowski
whoops, sorry.
said, Land Shark, John Belushi as
Yeah.
Samurai, and Bassomatic. Oh, Dan Aykroyd there. We're old school. Absolutely. Cheeseburger was also a very good one as well.
Yeah.
But,
Cheeseburger. What a
yeah,
cheeseburger?
no, those were hilarious. The Land Shark knocking on the door. Yeah. Oh my God. I love those. And then,
You're a shark
of
and you're
course-
gonna eat me. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I won't. Yes, you will. No, I won't.
oh, I love it.
George Carlin, a legend. Rest in laughter. I like
I love
that.
this.
Alicia.
Rest in laughter.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Love you, George.
Yeah, my kids, they're only in their 20s and they love George Carlin. They still listen and they still watch him. They love him.
Well, you're a good mother. That's why.
The thing about well the thing, I'm gonna mess it up, but my son Carter has it memorized about talking about God and saying that, what is it? He like, if you don't follow him, you're gonna burn forever, blah blah blah. But he loves you and he needs money. And it's like somehow the creator and the master of the universe just can't manage money, so he needs your money. That was really, really funny. I'm like, yep.
Some
Yep.
churches here in Brazil that I know of, I don't know if that happens there too, but they sell I think like a plot in heaven, like your place in heaven, like you're giving money so that you can have a better place in heaven. It's sad.
Yeah, I'm sure they do that in the US too. There's probably somebody doing that.
Yeah, and you buy indulgences.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sophia, there's a Scottish duo singing a comedy version of Scotland the Brave, and one guy loses it totally and catches himself just in time for the other one to. Epic. Loses it and totally catches himself. Yeah, I bet it's really hard not to break character. I do not have a poker face or anything. I'm always just like, Jeff,
Jeff,
hey,
hey, Jeff.
welcome.
Jeff.
Welcome.
Hand getting cut off there? Yeah.
Steve
okay.
Britton,
Yeah,
it's the Nerdy Bunch. Oh,
yes, it
go
is.
ahead.
It was the Nerdy Bunch.
You take over. Go ahead.
A witness says a few years
Too
ago
hot,
when I
huh?
was in a hot tub, I was so excited I danced around like Eddie Murphy singing "Too Hot in the Hot Tub." So funny.
Nice.
Also,
I had just
Okay.
started that
That's a
one. Why
great
did
one.
you?
him is James
Okay.
Brown. Yeah, Too Hot in the Hot
Confused.
Tub.
What's happening?
Great.
Too hot in the hot tub.
Steve goes
too
from the
hot,
bottom
hot
up.
dogs.
I go from the top down.
I was confused because I'm like, what happened?
Steve
Did I
has his own
click on it?
direction.
I'm not touching the clicks. I'm just reading which I did not double click that
I think I might have clicked it instead of starting it.
Oh, I've
Oh.
done
That's why I'm
that.
like, what happened? That's why I'm confused. Like, what's happening? No,
Okay.
I just read that. I have some comments that are older, but okay.
All right, Steve, well, you can read this one from Stephen Britton.
It's the Nerdy Bunch, the Bunch-O-Rama, the Nerdsters, Nerderoni. Oh, I
Nerderoni.
love that. When yeah, I loved it because one of the times when Rob Schneider would do that, one of the characters was Steve, and so it was Steve, the Steve-O, Steve Meister, Steve-O-Rama, and I'm like, I'm getting named, and if you ever watch something like ID or one of those murder channels, you will understand that usually I get named as a murderer. I'm
Yeah.
somebody who killed somebody. Steve is apparently a murder name. So to have a fun reference to me like that was heaven growing up. And Schneider for being like one of the least funny of that group is hilarious. I love him to death, but he's compared to the rest of them. So sorry, Rob Schneider.
Do you ever remember the time when Sting came in at the very end?
Oh, that's
He
what
was there,
happened.
Sting Meister, making copies.
Forgot
Sting.
about that.
And Sting, well, he was the musical
Yes.
guest, so they gave him a little cameo. It was funny.
Yeah.
I have a question. I put this up accidentally instead of starting again, and I'm just my hands all over the place.
Oh, no. Okay, that got confused. No, Liz Gale is going to be on with the after party. So
On Monday, right?
I might have messed up when I sent you the link, Penny. I'm just doing my normal Sunday Fun Day tomorrow at noon. So I'll text you. Yeah, I messed that up.
That was my question. There are too many links, too many things happening.
Yeah, that's
So
okay.
everybody join Marilyn tomorrow on Sunday Fun Day.
Or not Liz.
And
Unless Liz is listening to this.
Hope to see Liz Gale, but she probably won't be there unless Liz is here and decides, sure, what the hell.
Sorry.
Sure. As long as she still wants to hang out with us on Monday.
Yes, I confirmed with Liz for Monday night. So
Nice.
I was just waiting for thumbnails and links and all that because that
Join me
we'll work it all
tonight.
out.
Join me tonight on a very special edition of Xenu Nation with my special guest, David Miscavige.
Sure.
I don't believe you. I'm sorry.
You gotta
You'll
watch
do
to
Xenu
find out.
Nation, but I
Gotta
don't think
watch to
DM
find
will
out.
be there. Okay.
All right.
Never
so
know.
Never know.
tonight is Xenu Nation. What time Eastern? Because that's I think. I
Uh,
think in
9
Clearwater.
Tonight's gonna be 9 p.m. Clearwater time.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
It'll be a
So
very
Eastern-
Oh, by
special,
the way,
very special Saturday night's All Right for Fighting edition of Xenu Nation.
okay.
Okay.
So, Steve was going on an all week Xeno Nation all week, all the time. And yesterday, unfortunately, I couldn't watch it, but there was a special Euro edition, right? How was that?
There was a fantastic Euro edition. We call it the Euro edition because it was on early, so all of our east of the Atlantic audience could join in. But we had so many of our U.S. audience, U.S. viewers as well. And it was a fantastic. I think we actually kept yesterday's down to 2 hours. Whereas on Thursday night we went 3.5 hours. Oh my goodness!
That's because I was there to help on Thursday, apparently.
Oh,
made it
I had
worse.
Juliana popped in and started starring everything,
Nice.
and it was just amazing. It was a great
Because
conversation.
the chat was just so incredible. I was just
The
not
chat-
starting whatever is like between like people like
Right.
responding to each other. And then it got super late. I had to go, but then I had like 100 starred questions, and I'm like, oh my god! And he was like 1 hour behind because the chat was just so incredible.
Yeah, it was
It was
fantastic.
amazing. Thursday night was amazing.
Thursday was amazing. Yesterday was an amazing audience. Thank you to the Euro audience for helping me
There's so much fun.
break my 1,200 subscriber line. Now the
great.
next target is.
Wow.
I'll say the next target
Great.
is 1,300, but really it's 1,250. I'll take I'll take whatever I can get. But
Right.
you guys are all welcome, and we're definitely growing the audience, and that's fantastic. So thank you all.
Nice.
And I'd like to publicly say, if I haven't yet, that congratulations to Clearwater Chad who broke the 1,500.
Thanks.
Yay.
No
I need
kill-
7. I only need 7 more subscribers.
Nice.
7 more. Let's
go.
get Marilyn her 7. No
Okay.
helicopter. It's not a swimming cap. It is a ball cap. It is a very fun Denver Broncos as I guess mules. I guess that's what they are. Mules ball cap, but it's a little tight on my head. So maybe I should just wear it like that instead. There we go. That's a good look.
Looks like you look like a little boy.
Yeah.
Like that. It's cute.
No, it's a little tight. I'll probably won't be wearing this one again, but I definitely wanted to get it to
Except for
you
the
know.
beard.
support my Broncos. Yeah, well, little boys have beards these days. Everybody's growing up much faster.
Okay, if you say so.
So-
We're all adults, Peytons in small bodies.
And as I learned, as I've said before, and as I learned from an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, boys have penises, girls have vaginas.
Kindergarten cop.
Kindergarten Cop.
Yep.
You look good in orange. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Jeff.
Kelly, I like the color.
Oh, Kelly,
color.
love your color. Thank you. Don't know what that meant,
That's
but
a lot of orange. She likes the color of your hat.
no, I know. My response.
Oh
was,
yeah. I'm not trying to figure that out. That's just...
pink hair. Pink hair. I love the pink hair. So you got pink hair. I got orange hat. There we go. There we go.
Oh my god.
Is that orange?
Okay.
Free Xenu Project says comment. I hope everyone saw Mike Rinder's update. Not to change the subject. Yes, indeed. No worries changing the subject. Absolutely. Great to see Mike. Great to see Mike. Great to see Christy. And yes, definitely saw the updates. So
There's no new one. That's still the one that they recorded that we talked about on Xeno Nation, right? That they recorded the Private Eye and
Private Eye.
Yeah.
That's the one I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Christy was making like those wonderful maneuvers.
Christy's an awesome PI Dodger driver. Yeah.
Buster. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta put this from Mark. It's so funny. Gesturing was a dangerous career. Yeah, because if the king didn't find you funny, yeah, you might find your
right.
Yep.
mhm.
What was the
Oh yeah, we can just do this one.
what was the show? Was it Laugh-In? Was the show that if you were a bad comedian or had a bad performance, you'd get the hook and get pulled off? So it was very similar to being an old King's Jester kind of thing, because if you sucked, you just couldn't finish your performance and you just got yanked.
There was also the Gong Show.
I was just thinking of the
Oh,
Gong
it was the
Show.
Gong Show.
Yeah.
It was the Gong. I'm sorry, I was getting them mixed
Because
up.
the
You're right.
Laughing was the walls.
Mhm.
They opened the door and they said
Oh,
one-liners and stuff.
Yeah.
but
No.
Gong Show.
It was Gong Show.
Yeah.
You're right. You guys are right. My bad. My confusion of 70s crap.
My endless supply of useless knowledge comes in handy.
We love it.
Wasn't that the basis, or not that, but the host? Wasn't that the basis for Confessions of a Dangerous Mind? What was the movie? It was a George Clooney movie.
Yeah.
Starred.
Because the guy was a host. Yeah.
He was a host, but he was also a spy. And
yeah.
Help me out
Was
with
it
this
that
one.
one, or was it like the? It was like one of those dating games. I can't remember. Or quiz show.
I thought it was
game
the
or
same. I
something.
thought the same guy did several of them, wasn't it? Yeah, Chuck Barris. That was.
Yes.
That sounds
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
He did a lot of them. Also, the movie Quiz Show, which was from 95, 6, somewhere in there.
Fantastic
Robert Redford
movie.
Directed.
Yep.
Amazing
Incredible.
movie. Underrated. Yeah, very
Yeah.
underrated.
That
Yeah, I love those old quiz shows too.
well, and that was amazing. One, not just for the movie itself and the performances and whatnot, but the actual verifiable truth behind that story too. The scandals going along with those game shows.
right.
But no, Quiz Show is one of my favorite. I think it's one of the few that I own in VHS, DVD, and Blu-ray, and probably have also saved as a off of whatever, Apple TV, iTunes, whatever. So I have my copy. I don't need to use a physical medium to watch that movie anymore. It's one of the few, but it's one that I've loved since it first came out. It's just Ray Fiennes and what's shoot, I forget his name. The John Turturro, was it? Yeah, John
Yeah,
Turturro.
that was John Turturro. That's right.
Oh, incredible movie. So
Yeah.
I hope this isn't distracting you, Steve-O, but while you're talking, we're giving you some compliments here from Kelly Copter that you're smooth.
oh,
And
Kelly,
Lynette-
I can't help but be smooth around you, lady.
Lynette says beards are hot.
Oh, Lene, loving you.
Lynette. And,
Selena asks, 8-track tape?
oh yeah.
I do not own Quiz Show on 8-track tape, but I
Is
think
it-
I
You
still
have many
might have
8-track
it.
tapes you'd have to own to have Quiz Show.
All those
That's right.
formats are so 2016. You sound like my kids.
Oh, come on,
Yeah.
Blu-ray. Oh, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
that was
I'm sorry,
so
Blu-ray and
2018.
4K. There, now that gets me up to 2018. I'm sure. We got to thank the epidemic for getting us all to stream everything and not fear the malls to go buy or Amazon apparently to go buy our physical copies of things. So thank you, the vid.
Yeah. Witness, Mini Chad is taking over Chad's show. He
It's a
did. Was
verified
it?
fact.
Was it the week before last?
Mhm.
Mini
think-
Chad stood
yeah.
in for
Yeah.
him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking like if next time we do a chatathon, if we wanted to kind of make it smaller, we could make have mini Chad host it, and we'll just make it a mini chatathon. Just have Chad up there.
I
We can
like
make
it.
it 5 hours.
It's a good idea.
That's a nice idea.
Oh, a mini
5 hours?
chatathon with a
Yeah.
mini Chad, so it's half the time and
Yeah, I
hosted by
like
the
that
little
idea.
guy. Oh, I
Double
love
the
it.
yeah.
It's a
Love
good
it.
idea.
Pleasure.
Love it. Hey, could
I
we
a
like
good
that
one.
idea.
could we for that? Wouldn't it be fun if all of us had minis by that point? Hint, hint, Marilyn.
Don't pressure Marilyn. No,
and
no.
then, and then it was host.
They get carpal tunnel syndrome.
And it was hosted
working
by all
on
the
it.
minis. Wouldn't that be
Shut
great?
up. I'm working on it.
Need a mini
I don't want
Juliana
to crochet
too.
myself though. That just seems icky.
Stop pressuring Marilyn. I'll
There's no
defend
pressure
her.
there. There's no pressure.
No,
there.
that's pressure. That's not.
No.
I
nice.
think we
Come
should
on.
do. We should do it. Well, we'll talk another time. But
And
I-
those
I
are
love-
only special if they're spontaneous, like
Yeah.
little Chad's voice.
I gotta be inspired.
She's
but
an
I'll work
artist.
on
Don't
it.
pressure an artist.
Yes, I'm
Yeah.
an artiste.
I will sit under my desk for 5 hours and go, "Hello, it is me, Mini Steve-O. How are you?
I can see that.
Oh, it smells like poo, and I look like poo." Something like that.
Do I have to make one of those sexy shower caps for your head?
You know what? Fine. No, I'm not
For the-
taking it off because apparently orange is my color. So yes, you have to make the black ball cap. That's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. What else? Stephen Britton. The jester's purpose was always to be the opposition to the king. Yeah, that's dangerous. He could say things the court couldn't simply because he was the jester. It was the king's check and balance. And yes, dangerous. Yeah,
Very.
that would be very dangerous. Denver Steve-O.
Space Cadet Brett
Good
asks,
movie.
"Have you seen the HBO movie The Late Shift about Letterman and Leno?" Yes, that's another one that I own. I don't even know what it's called. That I've downloaded. That I love that movie. It's Letterman was played by John Michael Higgins, who's just fantastic in that movie and fantastic period. But I love that movie. I mean, just the spying on the phone or listening through the door, kind of all that. What's going on. And
I gotta see that. That sounds
oh
great.
my God, it's just incredible. It is. It's truly. It's Letterman versus Leno, and it's
No
their
way.
stories, and it's
That's
just
awesome.
and it's just for me, it's one of those movies. It has a devastating ending. I wanted Letterman to host the Tonight Show. I didn't want Letterman to leave, go to another network, and host his own show. I didn't. Leno had some history. Whatever. We can talk about that at a different time. But and the movie does a really good job of documenting it in a recorded version, in a filmed version, not as a documentary. It was an actual movie, but it was it was incredible, and it was well told. And F you, Jay Leno. I'm sorry. It was a great film. So yes, I saw it. I own it. I love it. I go back to it from time to time. It's just it's a fun movie to watch. Them characters pretending to be other characters like that, but not quite impersonating them, but kind of. They did a really good job of that. So they did a really good job doing that film. So yes, short answer long. Absolutely love that film. If anybody gets a chance on HBO or on a streamer or something to see The Late Shift, it's
Late Shift.
Late Shift. It's an incredible. It's an hour and a half long. It's a great little story. Great little translation of what happened when Jay Leno and David Letterman were going after Johnny Carson's spot on the Tonight Show.
Oh, I can't believe nobody brought this one up. This is great. More cowbell.
More cowbell.
Christopher Walken.
I've got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell. Love
That's
that.
perfect. That's really good.
That's really good. Oh yeah.
That was
Will
awesome.
Ferrell just banging
Ferrell,
it, just
yeah.
going around, just
I
dancing
Just
know.
crop top
How
with his
annoying
stomach
as
just hanging
hell.
out. He's
yeah, hip checking
Oh.
everyone while he's going through. Yeah, oh, God.
and he's just looking
Amazing.
at. I think it was Chris Parnell or whatever, and he's just going. "Ding, ding, ding."
I try to play.
Oh, Parnell.
Noel.
There's a character we haven't. There's an actor we
Yeah.
haven't talked about. Parnell, again, not necessarily the funniest of the bunch, but my God, certainly holds his own in the crew. But yeah, Parnell.
Dr. Speckerman. I always liked his Dr. Speckerman. That's a Dr. Spaceman. That's his name is
From,
Spaceman, but it's
That was really
Spaceman
good stuff.
Speckerman from 30 Rock.
30 Rock. 30
30
Rock,
Rock.
yeah.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, my
Nice.
walking is not too bad. I've had time to practice my walking through the years. Thank you.
Wait, Julie. You could actually pay for a condo in heaven in Brazil. That's what she wrote.
Just say yes.
Good question.
Yes.
Yep. Here, you can read this one, Steve-O.
From Free
Lot
Xeno
of words.
Project comment, Johnny Carson was one of the first high-profile people to expose people like Peter Pawpaw and Miss Cleo and others that were just con people trying to make money. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Peter
Johnny
Popoff.
was
Yeah.
Yeah. No, Johnny was always one of these folks. What Johnny Carson said, people listened to, and whether it was something about con folk, whether it was politics, whether it was comedy, right? I mean, Johnny was the kingmaker. If he signaled you over to the chair, you made it, right? You made it or broke it by your appearances on Johnny Carson. Johnny had this power that to this day nobody else has. Letterman never really had it. Stephen Colbert doesn't have it. Fallon doesn't have it. People stand-up comedians, late show hosts, Leno never had it. It was just this power, and maybe it's a sign of the times as well, but it was this power that Johnny Carson had, where he could just, what he said, anything he said at 11:30 at night, everybody listened to, and everybody was talking about the next day. He was water cooler talk. But he would expose things on, whether he did it humorously or whether he did it, did it seriously or just whatever through the monologue. Absolutely. He exposed people and people listened. So yeah, Johnny, hats off to Johnny, rest in humor, buddy. So.
And I think this is a consensus too. Letterman is greater
Delicious
than
things.
Leno.
Yeah,
Delicious things.
I delicious things. I agree.
Yeah, and we can all agree on this, Julie. We appreciate all that you do.
Yep.
Life
Whoop,
work.
whoop.
Verified fact. Yep.
You're amazing, Julie.
Weird heart shaped. Grr.
Oh, yeah.
Grr.
Where's your heart?
Where's
Chad?
my
Have
heart?
a heart.
Yeah, where is it? I gotta.
Have
Oh,
a
yeah.
heart, Chad.
It
Make
needs
a new
paper
one.
heart.
Have you
But-
seen Mark? Have you seen Chad's heart?
Can't. Oh, here it is.
Found it?
Where's Chad's heart?
There it is.
There it is. Wow.
Yeah.
He was busy during the
Yep.
chatathon coloring hearts. That was back to Mike Render. Christy is a badass driver. Yeah. that was
Oh, no doubt.
I know. Now they've got the guy's license plate, the car videoed, and him jumping the median and doing an illegal U-turn. Just saying, among other things.
Yep.
Yep. But she just lead-footed right up to him. That was awesome. Witness. So we serve DM during Xenu Nation tonight. He'll be there. Yeah, you're gonna serve him his.
I don't know if we serve him as in serving David Miscavige, but
you serve him his court papers.
we're certainly gonna. Oh yeah, certainly. Well, if he's here, we definitely will. We're certainly gonna serve him up on a platter tonight. That's for sure. So.
Okay. Reason. Oh, Mark, I think you're wrong. DM will be there. He's just afraid to talk or type in the chat.
That's right.
You never know.
Yeah.
He's got one of those fake accounts. He's
That's true.
He's,
That's
uh,
true.
you know,
Yeah.
he's posting as Marcus. Oh,
Uh-oh.
not true, Marcus. No, I take it back.
Joel McCoy. Hey, Joel. We love you. Okay. My soapbox comment. You love your pets. What if something happens to you? What about them? Think about it. Plan ahead. You never know what can happen. Good time to do it is now. They deserve it. So that's a public service announcement from Joel McCoy, and you're absolutely right. Think about your pets if anything were to happen.
Dude, if your pets are not in your will, if you haven't spoken to your family or spoken to close friends or neighbors, whatever, make those plans, right? Because we're not saying let me say this. We're not saying you're old and decrepit and going to pass on tomorrow, but accidents happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. And, it's like every time you go to the doctors, they go, do you have a will or blah, blah, blah. And you're like, no, I don't. This is one of the reasons why, because your pets, just like your children, if you have underage children, they're part of your family. So Joel, 100% right. Please,
Good point.
everybody,
Yep.
make sure that your pets are considered in your advance directives and that you're ready just in case. Thank you, Joel.
Absolutely. Thank you, Joel. Stephen Britton, my daughter and I watched Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure the other week. She laughed at the movie, but her reaction was, "They're a couple of losers." Yeah,
Well, yeah,
my
they
boys
are.
love Bill and Ted too, and they're
supposed to be losers.
Yeah.
yeah.
Those
You
guys.
got it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
They're like metalhead outsiders. They don't have a lot of friends. Their band kind of sucks. No offense to
Right.
Wild Stallions, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's because they weren't the ones that saved the world.
Yeah.
If you've seen Bill and Ted 3, you know what I'm talking about.
Nah, I haven't seen 3.
Oh, just read Marcus's here. There have been
Yeah,
two
read
cars. The 2 cars towed, positioned in front of each of our entrances to our house. Cynthia reported one of them. Some fleet cars just stay parked, and PIs go sit in them, take pictures, etc. Yeah. So, oh Jesus,
Wow.
I'm sorry you're experiencing that, but yeah, that's
Wow.
exactly right. Please, if you are in a position to,
Both were towed.
could be fair gamed or PI'd because you're an ex-Scientologist, because you've chosen to speak out, whatever the scenario is, please take it seriously. And that's Marcus is definitely experiencing that right there. So yeah, dudes,
Wow.
bad.
Sucks.
Sorry you're feeling that.
At least they were towed. That's good.
Both were towed.
Yeah,
That's
that's
excellent.
Like that. How's your viewing hour count coming, Marilyn? What's really funny about that? Because when you go into your studio, it pretty much updates one page pretty quickly. But then when you go to check how much is in your little sideways thermometer thing, it takes a couple days, I think, for it to really update. So I'm somewhere between 36 and 38 100 hours. So I think I need about maybe say 250 hours. And so many people are one more. What?
Oh, wow.
We're talking about
Subscribers?
hours because
Ladies
this
and-
came up.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not
Wow,
yet
that's great.
subscribed to Marilyn's
One
channel,
more.
Marilyn Honig Coffee, Cults, and Crafts.
Oh, it says
please.
1,000 subscribers. Who is my 1,000th?
Oh, she
Oh,
broke
wow,
it.
that's
She broke
great.
it. So please.
Congratulations.
Oh my God,
fantastic.
you,
Please,
everybody.
everybody. Continue subscribing to
Nice.
Marilyn, but that is
Good
amazing.
job, guys.
She's
Thank
made
you.
it.
I'm gonna cry. Oh my God. I
Congratulations.
didn't think it was gonna happen today or this week even. Oh my God. Thanks, guys. Who was my
Congratulations.
1,000th?
Oh,
I
that's
wanna
a
know.
tough question unless they say something.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, thank you, Kelly. That's awesome. Thank you, everybody. Wow.
If you have a subscriber by the name of Shelly Shopter, I think we know who that 1,000th was.
That's my girl. That's
That's funny. Oh boy, I'm sorry it took. You were talking about your watch hours, and then we hit the 1,000 subscribers.
You made me laugh so hard I
live.
started choking.
Nice.
Yeah, that's nuts. Witness,
There you
can I
go.
get
Right?
a witness?
Isn't that a
Witness
great
is
moment?
here. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I think I got my tissues.
Joe! Jobo!
Thank you, Jobo. This is crazy. Shelly Shopter. Thank you, Meta. So many
Buddy.
familiar people I haven't seen in a while. I love you guys. This
Great.
is awesome.
Great to
Thank
see you
you.
guys.
Whew, that was amazing.
Some people saying that they're
Yay.
moved to Maryland. So everybody who's in any other channel, move to Maryland if possible.
Aw,
Or if you
thanks,
want
guys.
to run more than one tab, that's okay too. But if you can only run one, please give Maryland the watch hours.
We're all about watch hours
Thank you
for
so
Maryland
much.
now. That's
Thank
great.
you. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. Nuts and board. Marilyn, I sent you a DM on Facebook. How can I order a mic costume? I will check. Just tell me who you are when you send me a message so I know. Because you're like, oh, if you said I send your message, I might have lost it and not put you into my I have a little book. I'm a couple weeks back ordered right now, but I can put you on the list. So you can also, if I don't answer, sometimes it goes into like a spam box and I don't see it. You can email me at coffeecultsandcrafts too at gmail.com.
But Nuts, I just want to point out on the bobblehead, Mike is already dressed in a Mike costume. So if you just want to put a suit over a suit, that might be a little redundant.
No, everybody loves the
Wise guy, eh?
She asked for a Mike costume. Maybe she's got another bobblehead and she wants to dress them like Mike.
Oh boy. Creepy is asking, are there links for your channels here? Yes. In the description, we have links for all 4 of our channels. Remember, just reminding everybody that Mark doesn't have a channel, so there's links to all 4 of our channels. Yep.
Just down below.
All right. Perfect. Thank you, Julie. You think of everything.
Yeah, she does.
Nuts and board again. I love nostalgia. I'm going to date myself, but last night I was watching Sha-Na-Na. Yeah, I remember Sha-Na-Na.
Oh, yeah.
Do, 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 do. Good night, sweetheart. Yep.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I'm dating myself too because I remember that, but I've never seen Friends or Seinfeld.
You people are so old.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Thank you, everybody who's
Okay,
saying you
Stephen.
jump over to Maryland's.
Thank you. You're so sweet. I'm in the start, so I can't see it all. Oh, geez, I remember these too. Very old. Jeff, how many remember beta tapes? Yep, there was VHS and beta.
Yep.
Much better audio. I didn't know that.
Sony had the
That's right.
Sony had the run on better quality, right? They had the beta. They
Yeah.
had the mini discs, those little mini discs that were, like these about 2-3 inch little things. Fantastic audio from those, and they continued to keep getting pushed out by VHS or by CDs and all of that. But yeah, Sony ran the gambit for the longest time on this high quality performance. You're right, the beta tapes were incredible. I was so jealous. I had a buddy that lived next to me that had a beta tape. It was just it was amazing. So hi everybody.
Hey Lori, I know, sorry. Hi Lori, hi Gina.
And of course, Mark will probably be hip on this. Why I picked you, I don't know. The debate, the conspiracy theory out there is that it was actually for years it was the pornographic film industry that helped determine what the market was. So they had chosen VHS, they had chosen DVDs versus, I think, DivX was the other option, or one of the other options there. So there's this conspiracy theory out there that for years what was purchased, what was made readily available, and what survived the market was that which was chosen by those people. So I don't know if that's true.
When I went to film school, when I went to film and broadcasting school like 20 years ago, that's what we learned actually.
Is it
one of the
actually
history
okay?
courses. Yeah.
Well,
Because
there you go.
they started If you watch Boogie Nights, they have a whole thing about that, going from film into video and VHS. And then also,
Remember that.
if you guys remember, there was Blu-ray, but there was also HD DVD, and HD DVDs was much better quality than Blu-ray. But I believe HD DVD was also done by Sony, and so for whatever reason, they always came up second to other companies. But yeah, basically that's what happened. It's usually, I think, VHS also, for whatever reason, bigger tapes than the Beta. Beta had smaller machines and smaller tapes, better quality. But the larger tape VHS and the more expensive VHS, I think, actually the players, I think, were not as expensive. That might have been it too. I think there was a price difference. I think overall Beta tapes were cheaper, but the actual player was more expensive. Like, it's a whole bunch of stuff. But we had everything because my dad worked for a dealership. So sometimes when people would come in and they buy cars, they would give the salesman, like we got like laser disc players, we got a Beta and a VCR, we got like stuff, like all kinds of like free electronics. And then my dad was very much an audiophile. And after he retired from the audio business, he actually from the audio business, from the auto business, he opened a shop in Toronto, and for at least 20 years, he was making and selling audio equipment for home entertainment as well as for music and stuff like that. So he was selling speakers, amplifiers, subwoofers, like all this kind of stuff. And yeah, we got we literally got everything when my dad was there. So we saw the progression, and I still remember the first DVD we ever got was the movie Gattaca with Jude Law and who's the other guy? Oh, Ethan Hawke. I haven't seen it in a long time. And Uma Thurman, and Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman. Very interestingly, Uma was pregnant with her daughter Maya Hawke, who is like one of my favorite actresses now. She's on Stranger Things. She was in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. She is an
Really?
but like she is literally in the film because Uma was pregnant with her on the set, and it's like mind blowing that she is literally in the movie. But yeah, Gattaca. It's a apparently it's a great film. I just haven't seen it in a long time.
It is.
But
It is.
yeah, it's been a while. But still, like my dad would he'd come home and be like, yeah, the guy from Sony Canada came and bought a whatever. Here's a Laserdisc player, and we had Blazing Saddles on Laserdisc. Talk about a movie,
wow.
man.
Wow.
This
Yeah.
is interesting.
That movie. Woo.
Yep.
Talk
I forgot all about
comedy
the
changing.
No doubt. No, I forgot all about the HD DVDs. I actually have a player in storage and probably have about 20 HD DVD movies. And the intent was at some point to kind of burn those over so I have digital access to them. But I completely forgot about that. That was they were
pretty. And it was between them and Blu-ray for the longest time. And I do remember, like, going into a place in Canada and throughout England. Our English readers know this company. It's called HMV, Her Majesty's Voice, and we have a few locations in Toronto. So when I was in college, sometimes we would just go to there was a music store, it was an electronics store. So I remember they're like, yeah, HD DVD is now gone, and so there was just massive sales where I think they were selling players for like $40. And they were selling the actual DVDs for like $1 or $2, and it was like the final weekend, and they were going to clear everything out.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Mitch
Mitch.
Brisker.
Hi.
Hey, Mitch.
Speaking of Mitch Brisker,
So yeah, technology.
movies. There we go. That's our link
There we
right
go.
now.
It
Good to see
is.
you, Mitch.
I've probably seen
Marilyn
some
had
of
to-
Mitch's work. I'm sure I have. If you did, I think
From
you
when you
did,
were in
if I'm not
Scientology?
mistaken, Mitch. Yeah, because I believe Mitch, if I'm not mistaken, you can let me know. You did a number of the technical films, and we still watch the technical films. Like even when I was on staff, 2000, from 2005 to 2008, I was a Scientologist, and I was on staff for the final year there, 2007-8. But we watched all of those technical films. I mean, I'm sure some of them are redone and whatnot, but I still remember some old ones from like the 80s and 90s that we would still watch. Including the orientation film, which Larry Anderson, who's a wonderful, wonderful guy who's been out for a long time, that orientation film is there. And then, there's quite a lot of them that are really interesting. Let me tell you, the writing is very Scientologist. Yeah.
Hey, Mitch, I was
They had yeah.
just keep an eye out. I'm going to send you an email today. Keep an eye out for something from me at denverstevo.com. I've got a question for you. I want to talk film with you a bit. So just keep your eyes out. Keep your eyes open for that, please, sir. Great to see you, though.
I love how Mark and Chad balance one another with word count. There you go. It's all about
Nice.
we have different roles,
Balance
we
in the
have different
force.
strengths, you know.
Yeah.
It's funny. Mitch says the old ones are the shit. Such cringe.
So Mitch has been, I don't know if you've seen that, Mark, but Mitch has actually been revisiting some of his old videos and
okay,
processing his you know, his opinions and his thoughts now compared to who he was and what he was saying back then. It's very, very interesting. Highly
I'll go and subscribe. I'm sorry that I haven't been subscribed, Mitch. I did the whole film school thing for years, and I lived in Los Angeles for a couple of years, so I know the grind and stuff like this. And I also worked in the film industry in Toronto for quite a bit, so I know the grind there. But yeah, I'm always it's always interesting to, especially as now that I've gotten older, to look at movies as you get older and as they kind of grow on you, just in general, and especially if you've ever made something or done something or written something when you are, in your 20s, and going back and rereading it when you're in your 30s and 40s it's quite something, right? How we grow as people. So
Marcus,
cool.
Marilyn disappeared because she was practicing OT8, practicing her spiritual magic, and apparently it worked. So just so you guys know, if you're if you're questioning Scientology, apparently once you get to OT8, it works. So.
And then actually what happens is you can also postulate for somebody else to take your place. And here we have the amazing Joe DeCeppo.
Oh, my goodness. That is mystical. Fantastic.
Marilyn,
that's an intro I've never had before.
Welcome.
Welcome, Joe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I've just got, speaking of nerdy stuff, I've just got off an hour-long Luthery call. We've been talking about all the construction of various instruments and all sorts of things. So
very cool.
So I have some props with me if you're interested in that. But
always,
of course.
I just wanted us to catch up a little bit on some of the start questions that might be a little bit older, or
sure,
so that we don't get too far behind. I don't know if you want me to look at that or if you want to do this. Sure.
No, you got it. Let's run through. I'll read if I have to.
So let's just see here. I'll pop them up and you read them.
Okay, Joel McCoy says, "Okay, Steve-O, I am mad now. I am a Leno fan. I challenge you to a duel. You pick snowballs or Nerf guns." Definitely Nerf guns packed with snow. How about that? We'll compromise. But I'll take you, man. I'll take you, Joel.
That Jay Leno knows his cars. I'll tell you that.
He does know his cars. That's all he's got, though. Cars.
Some up here. I'm not gonna have time to address them all.
I love Stephen Colbert, but yeah, there's no Carson and only one late night king. That's right. Absolutely true. Creepy B5. Late night TV, I saw this one when it first popped up, has gone from political comedy to clapter replacing laughter. Very true. It seems like, the applause sign goes up, people clap. Was it funny or not? Who knows? There's a lot of, political has gone to, I read that wrong. Has gone from funny to bad political commentary with clapter replacing laughter. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how much of the political how the political commentary has turned. Whether I agree with what's being said or not, it's just a bit of in your face kind of stuff. So I agree with that.
Sorry about that. I'm back.
I miss when it was a little more esoteric when it came to actual political statements. So agreed with that, Britton. You and I, eye to eye, buddy.
Okay.
Steves of the world unite. Linnea, I had to sneak up at night to watch Johnny Carson. Yeah, so my mom used to have her ironing board hung up between she used to like pass out on the couch watching TV, but she had an ironing board kind of separating it from where my bedroom was. So quite frequently late night, and especially on Saturday nights during Saturday Night Live, I would sneak up and I would lay on the floor and I would watch it, and I would have to make sure that I wasn't laughing too loud to wake her up, but she couldn't see me in the separation there. So absolutely, 100%. So
Nice.
free Xenu, everyone who is in Cali, please be safe with the storm coming. Yes, please, everybody. Please
And then
be
Liz
safe.
Ferris, who was here earlier, and if she still is, she said she's being safe, but anybody else is out there.
Oh wow.
Britain says I did not see David Miscavige when I drove past the Edmonton org yesterday. Yeah, he's bouncing around, so it's hit or miss if you're going to catch him or not. I love how easy it is to make Marilyn laugh. Look at that.
I'm easy. Yeah.
Marilyn.
What?
Cooter.
Hey, I said it loud and proud the other day. He's like, I was on with Reese, and relatable Reese. She's very relatable, very funny. And his first question was, Marilyn, say cooter taint. And I was like, I'll say it. Say it loud.
It's just Cooter, actually. Tank was all you know. I'm kidding. I don't remember. I don't remember. I think it was just Cooter, but I'm not sure. Have you guys seen Aaron? Cooterini.
Yeah, that's what.
For anyone that doesn't understand, we are talking about Crazy Cooter from the Dukes of Hazzard.
Kook. Yeah.
So
Sorry,
let's go. We're trying to rapid fire through these so we can catch up. And
Marilyn, if you do an all-night stream or something like that, we'll watch to help you get the watch hours. Okay, awesome. I'll have to figure out. I'll have to do a Steve-O thing. I'll open these curtains. I've got plants and lights, but I don't know about how to do the music thing. I'll have to.
Steve-O will help you.
I got you covered for music, I think.
What's that, honey?
I got you covered for music.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
Oh,
I just have to figure out how to.
Don't forget, your kids have a band that's
Yeah,
they could just play for 10 hours.
Yeah,
well, you can put it on loop or something.
Yeah, but they'd be like playing like Aerosmith and like Stevie Ray Vaughan, and they'd be playing like AC/DC. You know, number one, I get copyright strike. Although they do have some original music, but it's a little bit raucous too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little. It'd keep you up all night. It'd be, yeah. I grew up on Sha Na Na, Marilyn Honig. Will be 46 in 2 weeks. Yeah, I got some years on you. Almost 7 years on you. But I do remember Sha Na Na, back when I could watch a little bit of TV. Here you go. This is for you, Steve.
Oh, I was hoping Chad would read this.
There
we go.
Corn has always been.
Corn?
That's the word.
Corn has always been.
That's what they say on TikTok. Corn.
Has always been on the bleeding edge of technology. The industry always seems to lead in terms of emerging formats. See what I did there? Emerging formats. Strange fact, but true. It is true. It's weird. But those formats certainly do emerge.
All right.
Wink, wink.
Prisoner Project asks, Chad, did you find out who broke your green crayon?
No, I didn't yet. We're gonna have to do a couple videos about it because I'm not happy about it.
You'll have to type up. Yeah, you'll have to type up some.
I don't think it broke before Mr. Bill showed up.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
Was it Mr. Bill?
It's gonna be an investigation.
Oh no! Prisoner Project also. This was something that was directed to Marcus, but I thought it was interesting. It says if you get any videos, they were talking about the PIs, right? So he say, I wonder if Leah Remini would be interested in it, if it would be relevant in her case. I don't know if that would be the case, but I think it would be interesting for somebody to be compiling those because that's definitely proof that they are fair gaming, and that's one of the things in her case, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe email them to Aaron. I'd say maybe. I'm not sure. I'd have to ask them to know who. And then just to finish up the stars, and I'm going to starting more questions here. Stephen Britton says, hey, someone I haven't met before. So that's you, Joe. Would you introduce yourself to Stephen and anybody else who doesn't know you?
So I think we have chat in the comments, Stephen, but okay. So yeah, my name is Joe. I'm Aletheia. My voice is dying. What else do you want to know?
You're American, obviously.
No. Am I okay?
No,
East American.
Your accent
I'm
is very
American. My accent's American. Okay. Marilyn's gonna kill me. Okay, Marilyn's gonna kill me. Yeah. So I'm British. Oh, the glasses. We're getting a bit Matrix now.
Ooh, look at that.
Ooh.
Oh, look at
Ooh.
those. Yeah. So I am from the UK.
You have a podcast too?
I have a podcast. Thank you. Honestly, I've been on this hour-long thing with the luthiers, and my brain's gone to mush. You know how it is. So yeah, that's everything I think.
I
don't know.
love how all the Brits that I
All the
know,
things.
when they do an American accent, they talk like this.
Southern accent. Yeah.
Yeah, they
That's
talk
how
like
I talk,
this.
right?
Y'all.
Yeah.
I love it.
See, apparently the easiest one for Brits to do is a southern one, because a lot of like most people from from the southern part of America came from England, so I guess the accent, the way the accent changed, it's easy. It's more
Yeah,
drawn
Andrew
out.
Gold.
It's more
Andrew
and
Gold
a lot
always
of
does a southern
Southerners.
accent. Yeah.
Yeah, and Southerners
gotta-
also drop their R's. Often dropping their R's. They're called rhotic accents, which is something that
True.
many, although not all English speak English, like proper English speakers drop their R's. There are some, I think, Yorkshires. In Yorkshire, they say R's, but most British English speakers drop
Scousers
their
roll
R's.
their
So-
R's.
There was that great
Yep.
great Western film, and I'm trying to just recent. I can't remember what it was called now, but I just remember enjoying it. I think it was off of one of the streamers, won a bunch of awards, and it was Benedict Cumberbatch, and old Benny was doing a bit of a southern kind of a country accent, and yeah, dropping his R's and doing all that, and it's something you see a lot of when you see Europeans, when you see, particularly Brits starring in American films or starring as American characters, is they often tend to do that. It seems to, probably takes the less amount of research, and yeah, is the most natural for them. So, and I cannot see a thing in these. So
There's
You're-
something
can-
there's something about just to finish that before I get that. There's something about the whole thing with accents though that I don't have the data on that like very clear. I'm not very sure of that, so take with a grain of salt, but apparently there's something like the colonies actually seem to speak a closer language than where they came from, if that makes sense.
There are
because
there are islands. So I just discovered this. So there's a place called Tangier Island, which is in Maryland. And then there's a place called Roanoke Island, which is in North Carolina. And if you go there, because they've been isolated, they sound very similar to Cornish speakers and also to other Dover, like the area around Dover, which I don't think is in Cornwall, if I'm not mistaken. Dover's on the other side, I think.
Correct.
But they have like a very and it's especially if people from those areas who are from England go to that part of the United States, they like hardly can tell the difference between speaking, and that's because like the people that came over to those islands came over from that part of England, and they've just been isolated, so they really haven't changed their accents. But it's on two islands, and it's actually very, very very interesting.
But also because I hear that like in Europe especially, there's a lot of influences from other languages as well. So
That's
that
right,
changes
yeah.
also, Something that I find very interesting about Portuguese especially, or particularly, is that European Portuguese and Brazilian Portuguese are very different in the way they sound. It's not even like the grammar and the vocabulary, and there are those differences as well. And then I recently discovered what one of the main differences is, because for us it feels like they're like eating half of the words, and they're like speaking fast or whatever. And now I know what it is. It's because they have the same speech pattern as English does, which is it's a stressed, how do you say that? I can't
Unstressed.
say anything anymore.
Stress timed.
Stress timed. Thank you. Yeah, it's a stress timed
stress-timed.
language, and Portuguese is what is it? Not syllable. What is it? Syllable timed language.
The other one?
Yeah, the other one. I used to know that, but it's been a while. So
Yeah,
in
same.
Brazilian Portuguese, we'll actually pronounce every syllable of a word, and
Oh,
the language
phonetic.
just sounds like this a little,
Yeah.
And in European Portuguese, it's just like English. You'll have the stress of the words, so they'll reduce everything else. It's very interesting because that's such a different. It's such an important difference in the
I
same
had
language.
such trouble when I went there.
It is very different. It sounds very different. And that's
'Cause
one of the
I-
reasons why.
I'd learned off Duolingo and various other things, and all this stuff is mainly in Brazilian Portuguese.
Yeah.
And so I went there, and they're like, "Why are you talking like this? You sound stupid."
You have
So,
to say
yeah.
"sha" and "ja" a lot in European Portuguese, and you have to get your nasals going. It's almost like in French. You got to get everything out of your nasal cavity to start talking. That's why I
But I
remember.
think the main difference is this is
yeah.
the stress, the time of the
Yeah.
language. It's this it's very interesting. I wish I could articulate it better. I was able to a while back, but it's been too long. So I'm
So
sorry.
what's,
Somebody had asked what a luthier was.
Yeah,
Jeff.
a luthier is someone who builds and repairs stringed instruments, which is my job.
Nice.
I was also going to say Denver Neo is now Denver, I don't know, Top Gun or something? Probably not Top Gun.
I did. I
What were
changed
they
the glass.
calling you yesterday? Xenu Dank Stevo?
Yeah.
Something like that. Was that what it was? Xenu Dank Stevo? I like it. I love it. I love it. Xenu Dank
Yeah.
Stevo premiering soon on a
Xenodank Stevo.
YouTube near you.
I
Xenodank
prefer Denver
Stevo and
Neo, I gotta
Zerodank
admit.
Zerodank Kelly and Xenodank Stevo.
So those first
Yeah,
glasses
I
were
think
way
it's someone
too
who builds and repairs
polarized. I
stringed
could not
instruments.
see anything. I had this.
Everybody say hi to. Oh, I better not turn the camera. Are you clothed? Oh, he has his pants on.
Well,
Okay.
Whoa, whoa.
He's naked. Look at that. Oh no.
Hey, go away. You're stealing my thunder. I've had Duncan on with me like 3 times, and then it was like for days afterward. They're like, "Where's Duncan? When's he coming back?" He's the
Everybody
smart one.
loves Duncan,
Chad,
but
you remember
everybody loves
Boys Night?
Marilyn, too.
You remember when we did Boys Night with Duncan, Chad?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was like Friday night. It was like you, me, and Duncan. It was just a blast.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
cool.
I was out
Yeah.
singing karaoke. Yeah, he
Nice.
did a couple.
And
He
came
did
stumbling and drunk.
it was fun.
That was good.
Yeah, so he brought me some coffee. I don't have my Osa mug today. I'm hoping to have some tea tomorrow for Sunday fun day. I like to do tea for my UK friends.
And always good for the
Nice.
throat too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for you.
Jilbo Baggins. Has anyone ever seen the first movie Weird Al made? No, but I love Weird Al.
UHF, is that
gonna
the one
say,
they're
was it-
referring to?
Oh, that's been a long
What?
time.
You-
That's
UHF
an
was a blast.
amazing movie.
Yeah.
That's
Look
an
that
amazing UHF was fantastic. And then I've heard the biopic that Daniel Radcliffe was in, which was about Weird Al, that's apparently supposed to be fantastic. And I love Weird Al, and I'd
Really?
like to see it, but I haven't yet.
There's been some Weird Al sightings near my house. I haven't seen him, but his daughter maybe is going to Williams College, which is only about 20 minutes away from me. So, yes, I'm hoping
Wow.
to
Very
I'm
cool.
hoping to get a sighting.
He's really nice. I saw him at the Orange County Fair back in like 2010. He's like really, really cool guy. He's like, if you approach him,
Yeah, I've heard
he's
he's
not
very
like
cool.
a D-bag. He's just very, very cool guy. Yeah, very nice.
He always seems to be
That's what
that
I've
way.
heard.
So, you never know if
Yeah.
it's performance or if it's true, but that's very cool.
He's genuinely. You always can tell with people if they're just kind of standoffish or whatever. But yeah, almost everyone you meet, if you know people who are like assistants, especially like people who are former assistants or know people who are former assistants to celebrities, will always tell you who are good and bad. And yeah, Weird Al is number one.
So I'm sorry I was putting this up while you guys were talking, but Nuts and Board said Cartman for the
As-
other sunglasses.
when I had the big
And
yeah.
Selena
Nice.
says Dim's
Respect
Cruise.
my-
No, definitely not.
Ouch.
No.
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 Nobody wants that.
Not as much of a narcissist. Steve-O's humble, so wouldn't work out.
I try. Cooter taint is my favorite swear. Probably witness.
Cuterini.
Carini.
That's
Hello.
great.
And the first
Bobo.
time he said that, Michelle actually made a gif of Aaron.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That was
And I
awesome.
hadn't seen him say that yet, but I could hear his voice. He said,
That's great. Marcus, this is good broadcasting. Y'all doing good. Thank you,
Oh,
Marcus.
thanks, Marcus.
Thanks, Marcus.
We appreciate that.
Thank you, Marcus.
Selena Kaimauer. I think it's Kaimauer. I'm sticking to it. Reese is
I
one
think
of the
that's right.
funniest people ever. She is. She's hilarious. Really dry British humor style. Yeah. She reminds me of an American Victoria Wood, if anyone knows that vibe. You know who Victoria Wood is?
Yeah, she was a British comedian. I think
Yeah,
she
she has
died.
that.
Don't quote me on that.
Yeah, Reese has that total, like, I don't have a poker face. I don't
But
know how she
isn't
does it,
Selena Irish?
funny.
So by
Welsh.
calling her British, you may be offending her.
No, she's talking about Victoria
Selena
Wood.
is Welsh. Victoria
Selena's Welsh.
Wood.
Oh,
Victoria Wood. Trust me, that surname is Welsh. But Victoria Wood, I don't know, is British, but I don't know where exactly from in Britain. So where she was.
I just wanted to say hi to. I'm sorry. I just want to say hi to Dawn, who says hi at Nerdy Bunch.
Dawn.
Hi.
Dawn.
I'm sorry. You.
Oh, don't ever apologize.
Go back to-
this is
yeah.
for Joe. Marcus says, Joe, I have a radio broadcast on Thursdays. Do you have anything published that I could feature?
Yeah, what sort of stuff are you looking to feature? Is it like my music or? Yeah, I have lots of stuff published, which you're welcome to. One caveat I would say, please do send me the link so I can listen to it because I would like to. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, I'm happy to send you stuff. Just let me know what kind of stuff you have in mind because I don't know.
Nice.
Nice.
Rock it out with Kim D. High. I just got off Joe's channel to come here. Nice.
Nice.
It was about,
Hey.
about 20.
That would have been at
so
the end of
minutes
my
ago.
previous Luthia stream,
Oh, nice.
which is, by the way, Marilyn, why I said I couldn't be here for the beginning.
Oh, I got you.
Um,
Yeah.
because I got the
That's fine.
timings messed up. But I am now simul streaming this to my channel.
Nice.
And if you want to check
You are
out
not
my,
though.
huh?
You are not though.
I am. Go to my channel. You see, I am.
But it's not showing here.
But see what you think of my my logo. I've got a new logo at the top.
All right. Yeah. Check it out.
SPTV
good.
violin
Check
logo.
it out. Nice.
Very
How
good.
did you do that?
What?
From OBS? How did you? I gotta teach me how to do that some other time because you're not doing it from
OBS.
StreamYard. You're doing it from
I know.
OBS.
I'm doing it from OBS. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
She's
That-
magic.
Wow! You gotta teach me how.
That's
to,
how I
because
do
I'm
my
like, no, you're
streams.
not.
That's how I do my
Nice.
streams. OBS.
I know,
Wow.
but like usually people just do here through StreamYard when it is sample stream, and you're
But this
actually doing it
enables
through
me
OBS.
to put. Yeah, you know what I mean.
So you just
That's
add
right.
the stream link, the StreamYard link to your OBS.
I'll message you and explain.
Okay, that's
I know
cool.
you want to know, but it's kind of complicated, so I'll
Oh,
explain.
that's okay. It's
later.
not like I'm gonna learn it fast anyway, or learn it at all. But it looks cool. It looks very cool.
glad it looks cool. I
Georgia,
said, do you like my logo, I guess?
Georgia. It's my
Do you like
Ray
my
Charles,
SPTV logo?
Let me go back and check it.
Oh,
I'll have
never
to
mind.
look.
If you've gone, never mind.
No, because I want to go back actually, and it's just because I was like, what? Look, it's the what's that called? Like not the violin, but
violins.
the
Yeah.
is it a violin? Oh yeah, it's two violins.
Two violins.
SPTV, beautiful. It's covering half of my face, but I like it. No,
Nice.
just a little.
Now I'm
You're fine.
curious.
You're fine.
Do you have a link to your channel or to her channel?
At Joe Giuseppe.
At Joe Giuseppe?
Yeah,
I'm leaving
and
the
I
link
have a
for
thing
this
going along
folder.
the bottom of my screen which advertises everybody else's channels.
Oh,
Nice.
Joe, you're
Oh.
awesome.
Very cool.
It
The
is
whole
cool.
thing looks so cool.
Can we get a
Region
link?
of Project is there.
Joe,
There
can we
it
get a
is.
link to your email too, so you and Marcus can connect up?
Yeah, totally. It's Joe at duceppo.co.uk.
There it is.
There it is.
Or I can put it in the comments. I think I'll have to go
I can do it here.
to your
You got-
stream.
you got
I'll
it,
put it in the
Julie?
comments as
Joe
well.
at Giuseppe.
At Joe Giuseppe.
Uh,
That's how I
Oh.
found it.
Joe at Giuseppe.co.uk.
Joe at Giuseppe.
Oh,
that's the one. Yep, spot on.
Nice.
Perfect.
spot on. I love it.
Marcus,
I
connect
love
up
your
with Joe.
logo.
Joe,
It's
connect
so
up with
cool.
Marcus
Isn't
and
it?
Thank you.
do some awesome
I
stuff
love it
together.
too.
I love the way
Yeah,
you
Marcus
spot
knows
on
it.
just then.
Pros use OBS.
It's what
Yeah.
Chris
You know, when I
Sutton
first-
uses, isn't it?
When I first started streaming on whatchamacallit, I don't even know what that thing is anymore for gamers. Twitch.
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 When I first started using Twitch,
Yeah.
I started using OBS and then trying to learn that. And then, after YouTube and StreamYard is just so easy that it's like, hey, but OBS is cool.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm not going to trash the OBS, but there we go.
You use OBS too, don't you?
I don't.
You don't use the virtual camera?
No, I've actually not actually used it. It shows
I
up
thought you did.
sometimes.
Yeah.
So it shows up because I've got it loaded on my PC, and so when I'm accessing from my PC without my camera on, it'll show the OBS logo, but I actually don't use it.
Okay. Because the virtual
So-
camera is actually cool too. It's something you can do and you can set up like filters and this and
yeah.
that, and then you can use that for anything.
Yeah.
For here, it could have
Yeah.
like a.
I'm Levin Smith Lazy. That's all I got to say.
Yep.
Me too.
Mhm.
Me
That's
too.
funny. Speaking of Levin Smith, Renee B said, "Did anyone see Aaron and Reese having adult beverages last night? That was
Yep.
funny."
Absolutely.
No, I saw them this morning, and it was much weirder to see them drinking when you're still waking up in the morning. But God, they were hilarious. Yeah.
That was funny.
It
They
was
were so funny. Marcus, I don't see how there isn't a ton of pictures and footage of noisy investigation fair game because it's super common. Yeah,
Mhm.
Right.
it is
Right.
super common.
Just an update. I've just looked it up. Victoria Wood was from England. She was from Lancashire, and she is dead.
She is gone.
Wow.
So, Joe, you must be getting close. Looking at yours, you have 990 subscribers.
Oh, it's $9.90 now. Okay, yeah, I'm
Oh,
getting.
So you
sub
only
to Joe
need-
Giuseppe.
Wait a minute. Let's get Joe to 1,000.
Yeah, sub
on
to
the
Joe,
stream.
yeah.
Joe to 1,000
He
now.
only needs
Yeah.
10.
Please.
10
Yes, please.
people that
10
haven't
more.
subscribed to Joe.
Marilyn, I
Joe.
thought you'd overtaken
Mhm.
me. Yesterday you overtook
You know,
me.
I
You
haven't.
had
But
more
I'm
than
going to
me.
do it now.
I just got to
She got to
1,000
1,000.
on this stream.
Oh, you got
Live on
yes.
stream.
So let's get you to 1,000.
Okay, then this is Marilyn's celebration today.
Well, no, it'll be Joe's celebration. Okay,
Let's-
so Joe needs 10 more subscribers. Can someone put the link in my chat? Let's do it. That would be amazing if we both get to 1,000 subscribers on the same stream.
Yeah. That
Oh
would be
my
amazing.
god.
That'd be cool.
Thank you for your kind words, in Theta.
Yeah, Marcus was saying here a bunch of things about how StreamYard is. I agree. StreamYard is pretty limited. Of course, if you know how to use more advanced stuff, yeah, it is. But for beginners or just to get started, just to get going to do something, I think StreamYard is.
I mean,
Oh,
Why
Candy's
the-
Life
I guess
said
incredible what it can
998. Whoa.
I guess I'm a massive nerd, and that's why I'm here. So
there you go. Yeah.
OBS, right?
OBS is free. Yeah. And StreamYard, you
Yeah.
pay for it. StreamYard, you pay for, like, yeah, you can still do StreamYard for free just to broadcast something just with one more
OBS
person
is
or
free, and it's open source, and it's on Linux.
It's just very difficult to use.
Nerd life.
It's just very, very difficult to use. I think, like, of course, not if you like it, if
You'll
you
get
already
there.
know, but Yeah, no, it's just very, it's very difficult to use. But it's like, yeah, I got to start playing with OBS more.
Thank you, Penny. She said, let's get Joe DeSeppo 10 more subscribers.
Yep.
Yes,
Let's
please.
do it.
Candy's Life. I'm number 998. What?
Whoa.
Woo, let's go.
Wow.
What? Oh my God. To 45. I was number 1,000.
All right.
Oh my
Nice.
Wait.
God. This is
Wait, I
so
got that. That was
exciting.
quick. That was wait, what? Let me
Was
check
that yours already? You got to 1,000?
Yes.
Yeah.
1,000. Yay.
I got there. Thank you,
Yeah.
We
everyone.
have
Oh,
Thank you.
Yay,
double thing stream.
That is amazing.
that made my
Congratulations.
day.
Yeah.
Thank you. And congratulations to you, Marilyn, too.
Thank you. Congratulations to you.
Double party.
Awesome.
So when does that happen? That
mm.
doesn't happen on the same
No.
stream. Nice. You
appears it
probably
does.
have the
Just
watch
did.
hours. You probably have watch hours, right? I mean,
I
You've done
don't
a lot of
know. I
live.
need to check that.
Yeah.
It's difficult for me to do that right now, but I think I have less watch hours than you because I've only started live streaming recently, and I always used to do the pre-recorded music stuff. So maybe,
So
maybe not.
we'll work on Joe's watch hours.
watch
before
hours.
mine.
Yes.
Yes, please.
My hat
Because
matches
you have
Joe's logo.
content, I don't.
Let's
It
do it. This
does.
is exciting. Oh my
People are
goodness.
making fun of me because I said OBS is difficult to use. Compared to StreamYard, it is.
Wait, who's
And
making
for
fun
Steve
of you?
O, here's something for you.
I hate trying to read my phone through polarized glasses. Someone needs to make an anti-polarized filter screen cover for phones. Not a bad idea, because yeah, those last glasses. Oh, what was it saying? It was just a massive mess. So these are not prescriptions, so everything is still a little blurry, but I can still
Oh,
make out
Talk
characters
about
better.
what you talking about.
yeah. A lot of people are saying, nah, StreamYard, OBS is easy. Yeah, I got lazy, guys. I used to be more, I don't know.
You learn A, and then B is a little bit harder to learn. Everything's learnable, but you know,
Yeah,
everything
it's
is
just
also
after
preference.
Candy's Life.
Well, I'm not
StreamYard
trashing
is
you.
just-
I'm just saying, you know, it's preference too. It's, you know, you find what
Like a year and a half ago, I was like fully excited to learn OBS, and now I'm like, StreamYard is just so easy, though.
yeah.
Right. We already read that one. Oh,
No, go
what
ahead.
happened?
I double tapped you.
Uh,
No, you double tapped me, but it's your priority.
I didn't know what my job. Just tell me what my
That's
job.
not
Nuts and
prioritized. No,
board.
you're doing fine.
Our
I'm the one who is.
my friend, Nuts and Board says, I did my DNA ancestry. I'm originally from Portugal. I'm dying to go. That would be fun, absolutely, to see history. I think we're half of where I'm from is like war torn and dirty right now, so I don't think I can go there. But the other half is Ireland. Woo! So,
Serbia's fine. Come on.
All right,
Serbia's
fine.
fine.
It's all good. Yeah.
It hasn't had anything since 2001 officially, but the bad stuff was almost 30 years ago. I was just
true.
in North Macedonia in Skopje just last month, where my mom's family's from, and
grandmother's-
yeah,
my
I mean, when
grandmother's-
I was there just before the war started, so we were there in '89, and it's changed. I mean, obviously, it's gotten bigger in some cases. In some areas, unfortunately, the area where my family lived is not as nice. But like the Balkans is great. Sarajevo is amazing. Belgrade, I'd like to go back to. Croatia is supposed to be like fantastic. I've only been to Zagreb, but yeah, there's nothing wrong with the Balkans. I would go. It's cheap, and yeah,
cheap.
it's actually really cool. Yeah.
Cool. Merc, my grandmother's maiden name is Milosevic, so I'm afraid.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
But so I could go, but then I would I just couldn't admit who I am, I guess, and try to actually find family. Or just look in the jails.
Yeah.
Maybe they're all in the jails. I don't know. Anyway, hi everybody. Hey Selena, how you doing? Selena says, very different European Portuguese can communicate with European. What? Very different. European Portuguese can communicate with European Spanish. Interesting.
So there's an interesting thing here is that, at least in Europe, Portuguese speakers can understand Spanish speakers, but Spanish speakers can't understand Portuguese speakers
Same.
because of the
I didn't-
accent and the sh, right?
I didn't know that was the
Pronunciation.
same in Europe though.
That's
Because
funny.
here,
Yeah.
I thought it would be for the
Voiceless
same reason that.
consonants. Ugh.
También
Também,
no América do Sul.
também é. Também.
Okay.
Yeah, they're
We can
called voiceless
understand
consonants.
Spanish very easily, and
Yeah.
apparently Spanish speakers can't understand Brazilian Portuguese
Interesting.
as easily. Yeah.
Another one. Selena Kaimar. Like European
yeah.
and Caribbean, African French, and African French is quite different.
Yeah, and also Quebecois French, the French I learned in school, is not the same as the standardized Parisian French, and also any kind of like standardized West African French. So from Niger and then even Morocco, they speak differently, and they speak French even in like Lebanon and Syria, but that's different. And the Caribbean, of course, they speak in Martinique, but that's different. Different accents.
I wonder if it's like patois. Like Juliana, can you understand patois?
Mm-mm.
No, me neither.
Yeah, patois. Maybe English patois or English creoles. I actually just watched a video on that.
Yeah, but like Jamaican
different
patois,
English
right?
creoles. Yeah. Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. Like most English speakers could probably understand some English-based creoles, but for what I like, because I've been to some of the Caribbean islands where they speak it, like in the Bahamas, it's kind of shorter. Like the sentences are much shorter. They remove a lot of prepositions, and then it's also very fast. So like it sounds English, but it's not English. Like it's actually really kind of cool.
Peace and
Reckon,
Love
yeah.
says, as an American Southerner, coworkers tease me for using the word reckon. Brits say reckon all the time. Yeah, I never
I
thought
reckon
of that.
you're right.
Wow.
Yeah,
I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon.
I reckon you're
Yeah.
spot on.
Well,
That
but
is a holdover.
but my Southern relatives would say, "You're spot on." I reckon. So it's like almost
Oh, they say
backwards.
spot on too. Okay.
Yeah, they put "I reckon" at the end of the sentence. Isn't that funny?
Okay.
Nice.
I do declare. That's probably something else they say. Stephen Britton, UHF, you couldn't get away with those jokes. Yeah, nowadays. I've met Weird Al, such a nice and classy guy. I gotta meet him now. I've heard he's very cool.
I have a lot of comments about Weird Al still up there. I think
Okay.
all kinds of weird things.
I'm
Weird Al,
seeing
weird
other
things.
things that aren't. I don't know.
There you
Hugo
go.
Baggins. He sat on my lap and he sang to me during the last concert. I went, oh, that's
Very
awesome.
cool.
Wow.
That is super cool. Yeah. And this was about Victoria, I think.
Victoria Wood.
Yeah. She did die fairly recently.
Oh.
I'm not sure. Is that
I've
who
closed the
we're talking
Wikipedia page now, but I'll take your word for it.
about? Stephen Breton, I really like Al's older stuff, like everything up to Running with Scissors. See, I remember the 80s when he did Eat It and all those. Those are
Yeah.
good. They're funny.
Now I'm wondering what song he sang on her lap.
Oh, good question.
Hmm?
Inquiring minds want to know.
That's right.
Thanks for making me laugh, Lene. So needed you today. Oh, we need you too. We need all of you.
Yay.
Yep, absolutely.
Thank you for laughing at us. Laughing with us, right?
Laugh at us. We don't care.
Yeah, we can laugh at us.
If it's making you feel good,
I
do
laugh
it.
at Steve-O all the time.
She does. She does.
Yep. Verified fact.
Steve-O.
Oh, look at that.
Nice.
I don't know. Juliana's got you beat. She is super cool. Look at
I
her.
will
Yep.
curate.
She's a hat.
I will curate it at Joe. I just need the name of your
He thinks
published
he
work.
didn't see me yet.
No, he's just changing the subject because he knows you're too cool for school there.
I was just reading the thing. I see your glasses. They look good. They look good.
I will send it to
You
you.
look like Spider
Please
Lady,
send me an
Spider
email.
Woman, Spider
Except
Woman.
I can't see anything now. I have to look. I have to
I
be
know.
this close to the computer to actually see anything.
I know it's tough.
Can't do
Nuts
it.
and board to Joe. Can I call you Lady Mary? I've watched too much Downtown Abbey.
I'm like
I
Ken.
love that show. Yeah.
I've never seen Downton Abbey. But yeah, I guess you could call me that if you like.
Just don't call me late for supper. That's what they
Ah.
say in the South.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm like Ken. I'm wearing 2 glasses. You've seen the Barbie movie, you know what I'm talking about.
No, I haven't been out of the holler to see it. Peggy P, being a luthier sounds amazing. So cool. Is it hard on your hands? That's a good question.
Yes, especially during winter. Don't know if you can see they're wrinkly,
It's
and
actually comfortable.
if I ever put stuff on my nails, it lasts like 2 days. So yes, it is. Yeah.
Sorry,
This is
I'm
actually very comfortable. Because there's so much light here.
Yeah, looks good.
It's comfortable.
You on Twitch too?
I am,
Who's
but
that
I'm
too?
not. I don't know.
I'm not on
Is that-
Twitch.
No Twitch.
Me
That was
neither.
probably for
I am,
Julie.
but I streamed there like a couple times, but not really. And yeah, I was streaming in Portuguese there, but I don't have any recorded videos or anything there either.
Hooterini still sounds like a strange STD.
Sounds like a delicious Italian food.
A delicious what?
A delicious Italian food.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would
No,
like
it sounds like
putterini,
what India
please.
said.
You want some puttarini?
Yeah.
Sure. Why
grated-
not?
with-
I'm a
With
tourist.
grated Parmesan, please.
Stephen Britton, you guys are giving me wonderful entertainment for my 3-hour drive home from Edmonton.
Wow.
Thank
Nice.
you. Wow.
Excellent. Wonderful,
3
Stephen.
hours.
Drive safe, friend. Drive
Yes.
Absolutely.
So we better make sure we read these out, right? Witness. Oh yes, is that the OBS interface on Joe's channel? I like it. Yes.
It's
Why, yes, it is.
my version of the OBS interface. You can customize it and make it your own. This is why it's got my background and stuff on it. Yeah, branding, channel branding.
Nice.
John Lambert, I'm not commenting much here because I feel ugly in this color. Oh. I would post more in a blue wrench dress. How's that for attempted manipulation? That's
I
pretty
see you,
good.
Don. I see
Pretty
you.
good.
I gotcha.
A blue dress with wrenches on it, I guess. All right.
Yeah, right.
In Theta, StreamYard is like Windows photo editor versus Photoshop.
Wow.
Yeah.
But that's the
I
thing.
don't-
Like you
It
can,
is.
but that's the same thing. Exactly. You can use one and you can't use the other. You have to learn how to use the other. Once you know how to use the other well, you can do amazing things and it's a much better tool. But before you do, if you're lazy, you can get. What am I talking about? I'm using
streaming
Canva
for dummies for me.
Yeah.
For sure. I
Yeah.
usually if I do something like this, like something tactical that's new, I just get to where I can just barely use it, and then I peter out. I should be more adventurous with stuff. In Theta, it is preference, and there is no right or wrong way. It's what works for you. Right? We're not in a streaming cult.
Like
What works for you?
I love that you can do cooler things. Like I love beautiful aesthetics and whatnot, but it gets the job done. And especially when we're talking about SPTV and the number of people that are coming out and telling their stories and leaving registered the abuses of Scientology and whatnot, I think it's important that it's something easy and simple that everybody can use in simul stream and help each other. I think that the community is, I think it works very well for this purpose. And then for other purposes, you can do other things and then have your preferences like Joe did. And then I thought it was amazing that she actually was able to put this stream into OBS. Beautiful.
Yeah. I didn't know it was possible either.
Yeah,
Did,
'cause that,
did
yeah.
Marcus just say what's right for you is what's right for you? That's pretty dangerous words you got there, Marcus.
What's true for you is true for
True
you.
for you is what's true for
We're
you.
stealing Scientology back, baby. Back. Even if I was never a Scientologist, I'm stealing it back.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
They didn't copyright
When
it.
you're not allowed,
They didn't copyright.
when you're not allowed to disagree, that's how you know you're in a cult.
Right.
Right. Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
Oh, and also Hubbard also stole a lot of things from other people, so I'm taking it back.
True.
Pretty much the whole thing, pretty much most of it at least, was stolen.
I'm taking Hubbard back. Yeah. You got a new song here. Like
He
I like
stole
it.
everything, didn't he? He stole the boat. He stole the mansion.
Yeah, he stole
Yeah, he
from.
did.
He stole a girlfriend.
Yep.
Yeah, he stole from Napoleon Hill. He stole from.
Well, but
Dale
Napoleon Hill also was a con
Yeah.
man.
Of course.
So
Yeah, but yeah, he stole from Jack Parsons and Aleister Crowley, and he stole from his own people. He stole from Volney Matheson, who was the gentleman who created the e-meter,
Right.
because that was not an original Hubbard invention.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah, Mitch says here the best same thing. The best one is the one you know how to use. Agreed.
True.
That's right. Absolutely. All right. You want me to go through some more of the starred questions?
Please keep going.
We're at 2 hours now. So I
That's
promised
21.
my hubby I wouldn't be on more than 2 hours, but he seems happy with the moment.
You took
so.
a few minutes off.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
It's fine. It's only 1 hour for me. So
See?
you're still
All
doing
right.
There you go. There you go.
All
Yeah,
Yeah. Hey, I've done 10-hour chatathons with you guys,
Yep.
right? As long as
What's
I make
this?
it to the gig tonight. Witness, Portugal is an amazing country, so beautiful, up in the mountains with the cork trees. Wow, that sounds nice. Sounds pretty.
But don't cut them down and make wine corks from them. They are endangered.
Oh, boy.
The cork comes from just underneath the bark and then it regrows, is my understanding.
Really?
That's what
Oh.
they told me.
Well,
Wow.
It's a species of oak.
Okay. Tiff 45
hey,
says
Tip
Serbia
45.
is
We
one of
love
the
you.
safer places to go. So good to know. Good to know.
Yep.
Again, I got a family name that's probably a little bad, but I'll just keep it quiet. So I do want to go there. Absolutely.
Isn't
do.
your family name Steve? Your first name Denver?
Denver.
I'm just-
Well, my historic. If you follow the ancestry.com thing, it gets scary going up.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Juliana,
Yes.
what's your cat's name?
Which one? The black one is the
one
one
that was
that
behind
jumped
you.
here. That was here is called Cacao, which means cocoa.
Cacao.
Coco.
Cacao.
And the calico girl is Paçoca.
Paçoca.
Paçoca, which is a Brazilian peanut brittle thing that tastes sort of
Okay.
like peanut butter, but it's like it's not butter. It's like a brittle thing. It's good.
Can you send me one?
I can show you a picture of one. You can
Aw.
actually get one and eat one in front of you. I can send. I wish I could send it through the. Here.
Taste-o-vision.
Do you make it? Is it something you can like make or no? It's like candy.
Probably,
right?
but I buy them. It's probably not easy to make.
Yeah,
let
probably not.
me go get one. I'll be right back.
Wow.
Cool.
Now I want to have a pasoc and some coffee. I will be right back.
All right.
Nice.
Okay.
Lene, nice to be in a happy, positive place. Never in, but you help me with your laughter and hope. Oh, thank you, Lene. We love to laugh and we love to just hang out with you all. Sometimes we get serious. I was crying on Wednesday with Reese. We were laughing like I was doing good. We were laughing like for an hour and probably 5 minutes, and then the last 5 minutes she had me crying. But yeah, we're just all here for each other. We're all human. We're all people, just relating to each other.
Yep.
All right, a Portuguese comment. Brisbane Tales. I get Portuguese, Italian, and Spanish from just speaking PR Spanish. What's that mean?
Puerto Rican Spanish.
Oh, Puerto Rican Spanish. Okay, I get it. I get it now.
Puerto Rico.
All right, what's this?
Oh,
Patois,
patois, yeah.
patois and pigeon. Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm not sure.
Patois and pigeon, very common here in Louisiana. Yes.
Yeah, can imagine.
Uh,
Lots of diversity.
Yeah.
All right. Evelyn, England via Normandy, touch or Norwegian. Okay, you guys read these ones because I can't. I'm not doing them justice at all. I'm like, what does this mean?
England via Normandy, touch
Yeah.
touch of Norwegian, maybe.
Mhm.
Okay.
Family has been to New England long enough for it to be
Oh,
embarrassing.
okay. I get
Sorry,
that
family
part.
has been in New England. See, I'm not doing a good job either.
Yeah.
Family has been in New England long enough for it to be embarrassing. There we go.
I get the New England and the embarrassing part. Yep.
We promise not to be like Aaron, and if there's a misspelling that makes it difficult for him to comprehend, he just throws the question out and moves on.
Or he'll Google. He was Googling everything this week. He was just word clearing left and
was.
right.
He was.
He even word cleared holler, and I'm glad he did because so a hollow, and holler is another word for hollow. Everybody thinks of because I say I live in a holler. Well, I do a holler, but the holler is like in Kentucky, Tennessee, Appalachia. But I do live in the Appalachian Mountains. I'm in the Green Mountains. And because I'm in Vermont, technically in the Green Mountains, but literally it's almost a stone's throw away from the Hoosick Range, which is also part of the Appalachians in Massachusetts. So there's a Hoosick Range and Hoosick and Green Mountains, and I'm like right there in the hollow because it's been hollowed out by a pretty wide creek, right? So yeah, but I see people in the comments like, she's not in the holler, she's in Vermont. I'm like, well, I'm in a hollow. So
Wow.
actually, Aaron did look it up, and he's like, oh, it's between two mountain ranges. I'm like, thank you, Aaron. Now you got how many thousands of people that just heard that? Thank you.
Nice. That's good.
So anyway, that was my spiel. Frisbee Tales.
Frisbee
What do you
Tales.
got?
Oh,
My wife
what's
uses
mine?
Reckon all the time, Midwest.
Oh,
So did you want me to
Sounds
make them
good.
oh.
Oh,
Oh, that
Well,
was
it
good.
looks,
This
it
is
looks
a-
like plastic.
This is a pasaka. There's plastic. Yeah,
Oh.
it's wrapped.
Are the cats coming running? Because
Everybody, let's watch Juliana eat one.
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
vale,
ASMR.
no me pase coa.
No, right in front of the mic. Give us the ASMR.
Pasaka. I don't have that. I don't have it in my-
Paso. Okay.
Let me show you.
Oh,
And try not to break it.
I love peanut bread also. I love that.
Yeah, look at
Yeah,
that.
wow.
Nice.
Put it in your mouth. Oh.
Now, is it crunchy or is it kind
Calm down, Steve. Calm down.
Mm.
We're watching her.
It's good.
Is it
Yeah.
crunchy or like
It's
nougaty? Is it like chewy?
Oh.
It's not crunchy.
Who's all in on that, guys? Mm.
It's good.
Listen to it digest.
And this is pasaka here too.
And now for $5.99 a month, you can
That's right.
Juliana's OnlyFans, where she eats peanut brittle
He eats him. Mm.
and ASMR's peanut
You go.
brittle.
Don't put the cat in your mouth.
Pasaka.
Don't put the cat in your mouth. Don't put the cat in your mouth.
Oh, cute. So cute.
Awesome.
Aw.
Awesome.
I rescued 3 cats, right? And I was supposed to just foster them. So I gave them all names like, well, first I got the black one. And then I chose a name for him, and then it was like Cacao, Coco.
Right.
And then I got the other 2, so I gave him also, sweet food names like Pasaka, and the other one was Oreo because he was black and white. Now Oreo got adopted. He's not called Oreo anymore. And I have Cacao and Pasaka.
And they're not going anywhere.
It doesn't seem like it.
No.
Nice.
All right. And Theta, my friend Ashley, she totally says, "I do declare," with a fan and
Very
everything.
glad to
I do
Nice.
declare.
South and
I like
Pale.
that. Well, I never. It reminds me of Sanford and Son. You ever watch the Red Fox? Oh, look at that fan! Woo.
There it is.
And was it Aunt Esther or something? Aunt Esther, she'd say, or Esther, he'd be like, "Esther, you're so ugly," and she'd go, "Well, I never." And then he'd say, "I can see why not. Why don't you try putting a bag over your head next time?" So, anyways,
That's funny.
I don't know how I got that out of. I do declare, because it was like, "Well, I never."
I'm not allowed to recommend this movie, but it was a fantastic
allowed?
movie starring John Cusack and Kevin Spacey. Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, and it happens in Savannah, Georgia, and it's just the characters and the accents and everything down there. It's fantastic if for that alone, and it's a good movie. It's a good movie. No, not High Fidelity. High Infidelity, Witness says down there. High Fidelity is one of my favorites. There's that scene at the end where Jack Black sings. What's he singing? Sexual Healing. He's singing Marvin Gaye, and it's just one of my favorite moments from a movie. Just watching him kind of make it his own, and I wish that they would have recorded and distributed that version of the song, because I would have loved it. But they did not. So it is. So I just have to pretend on my own. But yeah. So anyway, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, great movie if you want to see the joys of the Savannah, Georgia accent.
Mitch just posted tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific, so that would be 10 p.m. Eastern, right?
time.
Join me. You're all invited to the launch of Saturday Night Confessional. Ooh, ask me anything at
Sounds like a plan.
Scientology-the-big-lie. All right.
I'll find the link. I'll post the link.
So Mitch tells all. Yeah. Ask him anything.
Well, I don't like that. That shortens my time at 9 o'clock Eastern time, because I don't want to miss Mitch.
Well, maybe you guys can.
Maybe
can
it's
ask
because
him
the
both
nation is
anything.
on Wednesday and you decided to do it every day of the week this week.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sure that's what it is.
Sorry,
I'm sure that's
Steve-O.
what it is. Mm.
I'd like to say to Mitch that I really enjoyed his interview with Chris Shelton.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
very
So-
much so.
Yeah, I love the interview you did with Kelly Copter too. I'm partial to Kelly Copter, love her to pieces, but that was a really great interview, and just she did such a beautiful job bringing it out too.
Big
Steve-O,
Helicopter
yes, Steve-O?
fan. I was just going to say a big Helicopter fan, big Mitch Brisker fan. That was one of the best interviews that
Bam.
I've seen. So bam, beautiful.
There you go.
Yes.
Yep.
Amazing. Lene. Thanks for a warm welcome. This place is so nice. Thank you.
Mm.
Good to hang out with you all. 80s. Al was the best. Yeah. Weird Al Yankovic. He was
Oh, this is
awesome.
when they were talking about how different. Okay.
The 80s Al. Yeah. Yeah.
Different L's.
Yep. And Theta sent an email to Joe, I believe.
Cool.
I still can't get over that we both got hit 1,000 subscribers on the same stream.
I know.
That's
I'm
wonderful.
just so thrilled.
It is.
I can't
It
think
I
of
would like-
anyone else I'd rather do that with. I was so excited. Just
I
made
would
me
like
so
to
happy.
address something. It's not
Okay.
very comfortable, but I would like to publicly address this.
Okay.
Because I saw Dawn was talking to Freezing the Project now, and I didn't want to interfere, but she said something that
Okay.
upset her. That she said that ever since Mark Hadley accused me of lying on the chatathon, and I was attacked for being also, people withdrew from me. Dawn, I'd like to tell you just my point of view, that I don't think it's exactly what happened. So if you want to talk to me privately about that some other time, just let me know. But I think he didn't really accuse you of lying. I think it's more like what you were trying to say. I know it's hard sometimes to articulate what we're saying in chat, especially because we only have 200 words and people talking to each other. So it gets a little bit confusing. So maybe the way you express something and the way I try to understand and the way I try to ask Mark, something got lost in the translation of the thought of it.
Yeah.
And then he didn't make sense of what you're trying to say because I didn't make sense exactly of what it is you're trying to say. So if you want to have a talk with me in private to clear that up, he did not personally attack you or anything like that, just to be clear. And the also thing was just stupid. People were just accusing everybody. It was just when the troll, around the time when the troll appeared, and everybody was just like, oh, maybe he's Osa. Maybe everybody's Osa. Maybe it could be Osa. No, don't sweat that. You're very welcome in the community.
Dawn's not Osa. Dawn's not Osa.
Could I, a couple of messages... Sorry, pardon me. Couple of messages. Firstly, I got one from someone called Cuddle Haggis, which, by the way, is the most amazing name ever. But in reply to that, please email me. And Mitch Brisker, I'm afraid now it's your turn to be love bombed, and you're welcome.
Nice.
Damn straight, Brisker.
Yeah,
we
and
all love you.
We mean
just-
we mean our love bombing here.
We do,
do.
we do.
We blow kisses. Well, I do. Sorry.
There's nothing
will
funny
just
on the other
say, yeah.
side. Nothing funny on the other side. Hey, just an announcement because of my my undevoted and undying love for Mr. Mitch Brisker and the fact that I want to see Mitch tonight. Xenu Nation Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting Edition tonight has been moved up to 8 p.m. Wait, Mitch's is at 10 p.m. Eastern, right?
Yes.
Yes, has been moved up to 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight and will run no longer than 1 hour and 59 minutes. So any fans of Xenu Nation can watch Xenu Nation and then swing over to Mitch because Lordy knows that's exactly what I'll be doing.
Nice.
All
There you
right.
go.
Look at that. Yeah, I know you're a big Mitch fan, so I'm glad that you moved it so you can see it too. I
Big
will be
love
at my
bomb.
boys' gig, but I will see. Oh, love bomb. Thank you, Mitch. I'll be at my boys' gig, but I will definitely catch the replay tomorrow. Tomorrow's a good day for replays.
This is
Sunday fun day.
one of the most beautifully annoying things or annoyingly beautiful things that we have to do with the growth of SPTV is having to choose things to watch on replay or things maybe to not watch because they don't have enough time to watch everything. That's a very good problem to have.
Yeah.
I have on my PC, and I'm doing this from my MacBook. On my PC, I have 9 YouTube windows open, all of which have pulled up videos that I want to watch at certain times, or that I want to watch. And those 9 just keep accumulating over the week. It starts with 1, it goes to 2. 9 actually feels like a small number for me, but there are many videos that have been aired this week that I still want to see. And I'm much happier to be here. So
Chris Shelton premiered his podcast this week at the same time that we were going to go live here. I'm like, I still wanted to be on the chat for the premiere, his 400th episode. So I'm going to have to watch that on replay.
right.
But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Can I pull this up from this guy? No one's blocked him yet. It's Duncan. Honey.
Oh, there
Although
we go.
he does make a good coffee. So thank you, honey.
There you go.
And so because we were talking about the Appalachians and all that, the Appalachian Trail passes through right close to us. It does.
Oh, sure.
He's dragged me on some of the Appalachian Trail, but he's done some overnight stuff. He's never done what's called through hiking, but we do meet a lot of through hikers, and you can smell them a mile away because they've hiked up from Georgia. But yeah, around now it's a good time for them to pass because it goes up to the long trail through Vermont because we're in southern Vermont, and then I think it crosses over through New Hampshire and into Maine, and then you're there. But yes, so we are on the Appalachian Trail. Thank you, honey, for clarifying that for me. There's the
Selena Kaimauer, I've got bad news for you. It's 3 a.m. our time.
Oh,
Carry on.
Mitch. Oh no.
Oh,
Great,
wow.
a
Take
great
a nice
Matchbox
nap.
20 song though. 3 a.m. It's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. Loving that Rob Thomas. There you go.
All right, let's go back up. Somebody that can speak languages.
Toilette.
Voulez-vous aller avec moi et faire l'amour dans la chambre in Quebec? Ah,
Chambre.
tabarnak! Ah, tabarnak!
Oh my God.
Allons-y. Outre dans la
Bless you.
toilette.
To you, Lady Marmalade. Dun, dun.
Pretty much.
Okay, this is what I
Oh,
understand.
tabarnak. Yeah, they have that accent. Yeah, it's basically voulez-vous avec. Yeah.
The French say, "May I please take a piss?" and the
No, the
Quebecians
first
say,
the
"Go
version
pee."
French is like,
Pretty much.
oh my dear, would you like to something, I don't know, something with me and make love in the bedroom? And Quebec was something like, let's go in the toilet or
Yeah.
no, on the toilet.
Pretty much. And tabarnak is basically the curse word. It's a word like they just say it all the freaking time. And a tabernacle, of course, is the tabernacle, the priest's tabernacle, and it just found its way into common Quebecois speech. It's really weird.
Or as Steve-O learned the other day, cottaging.
Cottaging, yes, I sure did.
Yes.
Or crochet.
As opposed
crotcheting.
to dogging.
Wow.
Shuttle Hackett has a follow-up question for you, Joe.
Oh dear. Thank you. How may I find your email? Toots? I don't know what Toots refers to.
Oh, it means like honey, like hey toots, like.
Oh, okay.
Like babe.
So my email is joe@Duceppo, and I believe that Juliana is probably going to put that on screen
I am.
right about now. There we go.
Nice.
Thank you.
Obrigada, Juliana.
De nada, Joe. Disponha.
Nice.
I love the way the D becomes J sound with J.
Which one?
De nada. Instead of
Oh,
de
the D.
nada.
It's the D
Embora
before
de nada.
the E sound. It's not in every variant. There are places that say D, but most accents will say G and chi. It's the D and the T sound before the E sound.
Yeah.
So like day, dia.
But like in
Instead of
European
dia.
Portuguese, they never do this.
We say dia.
Yeah, de nada.
De nada. Yeah, we say de nada.
Yeah.
I say de nada.
That's because you're muito legal.
Obrigada.
Mr. Turi, would you like to address this this comment?
Yeah, I honestly, I've tried YouTube in the past 3 or 4 different times, and I just can't make a go of it. And plus, in the next couple years, I'm going to be doing some pretty intensive studying work. So I really don't want to just start like a channel, do some videos, and then like have to not do it because, you know, it takes a long time. I don't know how to edit, for example. I did have, I guess before I moved here, so like two years ago, I had a good talk with Chris Shelton. And what I was going to do is I'm going to start a channel where I was going to do history lectures because I'm a historian. That's what I do. And I had a whole bunch of ideas about 5 different things that I could actually do and do like, you know, 20 minutes, maybe 10, 20 minutes. But like, got to edit and I need lights. And like, if you're going to go pro on YouTube, it's not like it was when it's not like 2007, right? You can't just, you need to set up and stuff like that. So I actually did get a green screen. I got a ring light. I got a really great Audio Technica microphone. Like I went kind of all out and spent money. And then I did a couple test runs and it was a long time. Like it took a long time to edit. And after a couple of videos that I have on my home computer, well, a home computer back in Canada, it just takes a long time. And I don't have that, kind of patience, skill set as well. And if I'm going to put stuff on YouTube, like if I want it to have views and I want people to come to it, it's got to be professional. And now, especially on YouTube, and then I unfortunately don't have the time, don't have the patience, but I do appreciate it because who knows, maybe in the future it would be interesting. But just for now, I just don't have the time, unfortunately.
Mitch, you of all
Understood.
people will get there.
Yeah,
Right?
along the same
Yeah.
lines, Mitch working on professional
Yeah.
editnism is still working on
Yes.
OBS.
Yeah.
I've
Mitch
got
is
it.
set up
I just
the best, of
haven't
course.
bothered to play with it yet. So
Yeah. But Mitch is set up. I just want to shout out Mitch and his setup just with the backdrop, the lighting, the professional lighting. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's 3-spot
Yeah.
lighting.
Yeah,
and
Mitch's
so
looks beautiful for sure.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Absolutely. With that.
Right, I need to get going. I'm starving because I haven't had dinner yet, and it's nearly 8 p.m. It's gone 8
Oh
p.m.
boy, yes.
And my voice is dying as well, as you can tell. So I've been streaming for 2.5 hours. So I think
Thank
I'm
you
gonna.
for joining
Thank you for
us.
joining
Thank you
us.
very much. It's a great
Yeah,
show.
it's been awesome.
Thank
Everybody-
you for having me. Always a pleasure. And
Everybody wave to
I'll
Joe.
be back.
Hi, Joe.
Thanks,
Okay.
Joe.
Bye, Joe. See you later.
Bye,
I'm looking
Joe.
for have a banner for her channel, but it's Joe DeSeppo, guys. Go follow her.
That's right.
She's amazing.
That's right.
Is it
Too
beer
bad we didn't
o'clock
have to.
yet?
Oh, here it is.
Sure.
I'm sorry, just a sec. So here it
nope,
is.
There we go.
Her personal channel is at Joe DeSeppo, where you can see her instrument building and her music. And her podcast is at _the_influence. So please go and subscribe.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
I didn't
just
mean
wanted
to
Join
to say
Maryland tomorrow at
Something
11
to-
p.m. Central. Why are we
Yep.
doing Central now?
No, we use Clearwater time, right?
Yeah, it should be 12 p.m. Clearwater time, right?
Yep.
AM. Oh, PM. Yeah.
12
11
p.m.
a.m. Central. Yep.
11
Yeah.
a.m. Central. Oh yeah, no.
11
that's-
a.m.
no.
Central or
Yeah.
12 p.m.
Yeah.
Eastern.
Okay, so this is not right. This is PM. It says 11 p.m.
Correct.
Let me
Correct.
take this down before you put another. Hang on.
I was good. Oh, okay.
Let me take this down. Okay. So otherwise, it's just
All
going
right.
to
I'm not
going to
click anymore because everybody's clicking at once.
All right. I was also going to say this one has
Go ahead and
changed.
click.
I was also
Is
going to
that
say this
one
one. This one. No, this one has changed as well. It's 8 p.m. Clearwater time. So if we can get that updated as
Penny.
well.
It's not Penny's fault.
No, it's not
Poor
Penny's
Penny.
fault. I'm just saying let's make
No,
sure.
definitely not.
So that got changed like 5 minutes ago. So that's all good. But let's whoever's doing the updating.
Yeah.
There we
You
go.
can just go to our channels.
Absolutely. Evelyn Lee Barney posts Kelly Copter has some shorts that are almost wet in my pants funny. Almost. Oh, they are
Yeah.
wet in my
Almost,
pants
yeah.
funny. Trust
They
me.
are
They are
so good. And her voice is so amazing. Oh my
Amazing.
goodness.
Amazing.
Yes.
she could
Yes.
she could be my muse and just sing to me. I mean, it's amazing voice. So yay, Kelly. Good
Okay,
job.
Steve. Well,
I'm just saying, I love Kelly's voice.
I know.
Is she still on with us? Or did she leave?
I don't know, but Mitch said, "Nice to meet you, Joe." I know Joe has left already, but I want to leave this register.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. All right, so Penny put this up at noon. There we go. Noon Clearwater time. Thank you, Penny.
Beautiful.
Sorry about all the confusion.
Very difficult, all the times and all of that.
I
Fix it,
know.
Penny,
The
fix it.
mods- Let's hear it for all the mods, though.
Yeah,
They're
definitely, yes.
amazing.
Yay
Yeah.
to the mods.
You guys are awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, and they do this on a
Absolutely.
volunteer basis. They're
Mhm.
they're awesome. Mitch says Kelly is a star, so beautiful, talented, and resilient. Absolutely, I couldn't
Absolutely.
say it better myself. Yep, she is.
Yep.
She is awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm. Marcus, there is an embarrassment of wealth of talent in the community. There are so many talented people.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah.
are.
So true.
Absolutely.
So true.
You want to go back to the start, or do you want me to?
I'm
Who
not
you
touching.
talking to?
I'm not touching.
Anybody, because I'm confused.
Go ahead. Or do whatever.
Somebody, I'm not touching.
Do whatever you want.
Too many fingers, too many tappings, too many. I'm not touching. I'm just starring, but then I don't know.
Somebody do something.
Chad didn't.
Chad,
touch
you
it.
do something, Chad.
What do you need me to? Chad
What,
works
did
with
Chad,
direction.
Wanna
Chad's
read
doing it. Chad's already doing his bit.
Yeah, okay,
Whatever.
I'll read this one. Insada Marcus says, this is a support community of trauma survivors supporting other trauma survivors. It's a good
And
comment.
there's another one from Marcus.
All right, Chad, I'll read it again. Marcus says, trip out. This didn't exist for so many people, and now it does.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yep. It was very lonely, very, very lonely on the internet for many, many years until just the recent last couple. So, yep.
Yay for the internet.
Candy's Life. I'm in Maine. By the way, y'all.
Nice.
Hey. Here you go. You can read this one.
Oh,
Chado.
Creepy says, thank you. Creepy says, I am 10xing it right now, and Chad thinks that's a great idea.
Marcus.
Marcus says,
We
Mark
are-
is my soul brother.
Nice.
Yep, amen.
That's great.
Was that peanut butter fudge?
I'm trying to figure out how to say that because all I can find is like pastock is the candy made out of ground peanuts, sugar, and salt. Some recipes add flour, such as corn flour, oat flour, cassava flour. It's typical of the whatever. So I don't know what's similar to. I'm gonna have to look it up. I don't think it's similar to anything. It's similar, but I don't.
Looks good. That's really good. Candy's Life. I'm a big fan of Mitch Brisker. His work is very interesting and entertaining.
Here, here.
Yes. Mitch.
Here, here. Hail Mark. Or Hail Mitch in this case. Sorry. Hail Mark.
Definitely.
Hail Mark
Hail
too.
Mark.
But Hail Mitch.
Yeah, no Mark too. Tiff 45, you saying the SPTV is interrupting your 2D flow?
I am. Oh, Tiff.
Tiff is.
Feed the Tiff. Oh, mine too.
Yeah.
Nice.
Not sure what that means.
3 a.m. 3 a.m. Eternal. That's a Matchbox 20 song I was referring to. It's you bet. Eternally 3 a.m. It's yeah. It's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. There you go. It's all the cheesy singing you get. I just broke a copyright, I'm sure.
Oh, oops, I accidentally unstarted. Marcus just
Thomas,
talked about Chris Shelton does so much. It's hard to work around him because he's so prolific and extremely dedicated. He absolutely is.
And I'm not even trying. I'm just upset that I didn't get to hang out in his chat and watch his show because I love Chris.
You could leave us at any time, Juliana, if that's what you want.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I wasn't gonna show up to
Tell me
our
what you
stream
want.
to watch him.
Tell me what you want, what you really want. So tell me what you want, what you really want. I wanna. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Nothing lasts forever, but friendship never ends. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Not my
Shake
fault.
it off. Shake
Not
it
my
off.
fault.
Shake it
Shake
off.
it up.
Oh,
shake
no,
it up.
Don't get me tailoring. Don't get me
Oh
tailoring.
no, yeah.
I don't
yeah.
know much. I don't know a lot of Taylor. Just know this.
Candy's
one.
Life says, well there, Marilyn Honig. I guess we could walk the AT to come meet you. How convenient. Well, you're gonna have to give me oxygen tank and I can't make it very far. I don't think I can meet you halfway
What is
to
the AT?
Maine. It's
Yeah.
the Appalachian Trail. It runs
Oh, okay.
along near my
Okay.
house up through like the middle of Vermont over to New Hampshire. She's in Maine, so
I got
yes,
it.
that would be
Mhm.
many days.
Ba-da-ding, ding, 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 ding. Ba-da-ding, ding, ding, ding,
All right,
ding,
guys.
ding.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to last through 16 more start questions.
That's okay
so-
if you have to go. Maybe Steve will take
Yeah.
over the comments
Okay.
until we.
Sure.
Okay,
sure.
everybody. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Thank you,
This has been
Mary.
amazing. And thank you for the subscribers. And Joe, I'm so happy for Joe. And
Yep.
Yeah,
always nice
congratulations.
hanging
Joe
out with you,
Maryland.
Mark.
Thank you. You
yeah,
too.
so we'll see you again soon. All right.
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
See you
Absolutely.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Noon Clearwater
I'm
time,
doing,
right?
Yes, noon Clearwater time. I'm doing a Sunday fun day. I just have a couple of things maybe to chit chat about, but I think I'm gonna fire up some tea. I have a teapot ready for chatting with the UK people and the early California people and all the Clearwater and Central and everybody, and maybe some Australians. You never know. So yeah, we're just gonna hang out and talk about the week, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. And then Monday night, we don't have the link up yet, but we have Liz Gale coming to hang out with us on the after party.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's and she's
Yeah.
got a new book coming out. So, but you guys can talk about that. I'm gonna head out. Love you guys. Have a great day.
Bye, Mary.
Ew.
Bye.
Later.
Marilyn, bye.
Enjoyed the show.
She knows we would have gotten through those 16 questions in the amount of time it took her to say goodbye, right?
Okay, Steve, you're it.
All right. Marcus says, may we need to make some P-schwanks. It don't matter where ma je suis okay with the dans la porte derrière.
That's some Louisiana French right there.
I was going to say, is that the Louisiana translation to what we had before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like Creole or something. You can tell me, Marcus.
Steve Britton says, Parisienne, my dearest, let's go make love in the bedroom. Quebec. Juliana was right. Let's F in the bathroom. Marcus, editing a documentary, comedy series, 2 short films. If you have the ideas, you can get the footage or storage at Mark.
Wow.
Let's talk
Sure.
after a while about that. You have a lot to offer, and you do.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I was going to say something to that
Thank you.
effect.
Yeah, I will, Marcus.
Mark, that you should probably do something like that. Like if you can do it yourself, all yourself, like maybe team up or something. I was going to say even we could have something to have you like host you, so that you can get your things out. And now we've been doing a lot of lives. If you want to just like prepare a presentation of something instead of like, editing a video. But then if you have somebody that can help you edit a video or collab with, that's awesome.
I've done a couple times before. I've done for different organizations like web seminars. So I've done that kind of stuff, and as long as you can share a PowerPoint, then I can do all that kind of thing. I just I guess I could probably do it in that case, like doing PowerPoint presentations. That's probably good stuff. But it's one of those things where I already have a ton of things. Like I do have PowerPoints and stuff, so that's easier to do. So that might be even a better idea rather than doing edited videos, because that's hard. But if we were to have a channel and did a live streaming just PowerPoint presentations for like 20 minutes, because I think after a while, it gets it gets too heady, it gets too much. But I could do that. I mean, we did a lot with Doug, and I would love to go over some of that stuff and condense it, because I really love listen, to have 3 hours on those topics are great, but to condense it down to 20 minutes just to give the bullet points would be also really kind of cool. So yeah, that is something I could do, because StreamYard is great. I know you can share a screen on StreamYard, right? So
very
as long as
easily.
you can do that. Yeah, so
Very easily, yeah.
that's something I definitely would think about doing.
Good.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Nichama Gluck says, new to channel. Y'all just popped up. What's the vibe here? Looks friendly. Yeah, we're friendly. We have a lot of fun. We're this is the nerdy bunch. So it's a bunch of never ends to Scientology with
Except for this guy.
Well, I was going to say along with this guy down here, our friend Mark.
Okay, let's give context for Scientology watchers first of all. But we're not talking about Scientology. Just because you said we're never ends of what?
Good
point. Because it's somebody that we don't know where they came from. They said, "Oh, it just popped up." So
very
welcome.
True. Very true.
Scientology
SPTV. SP stands for suppressive persons. We are those who are Scientology / ex-Scientology, probably to be more specific, watchers. Mark is a former Scientologist, and we have this great chat with the 4 or 5 of us, sometimes 6 of us in the chat, along with the viewers themselves, who are a mix of ex-Scientologist and just ex-Scientologist watchers. So great vibe, a cool vibe, just kind of a anything goes. We call ourselves the Nerdy Bunch because we don't just talk about Scientology and ex-Scientology. We talk very, very frequently about nerdy science fiction. We were talking about comedy at the beginning of the show today. Joe DeCeppo, who was just on the show with us, is a luthier. If you don't know makes instruments, makes string instruments, and she has a fantastic channel of her own. So we just have fun, and yeah, it's a calm and chill vibe that kind of covers the gambit. So great way to spend an early Saturday if you're not doing anything. Do not bring up DS9 for the love of God, says somebody there.
Always.
Because,
No,
Bring up
but then he
Space
said,
Nine.
because,
Mark
Always.
also said,
Bring up Deep Space Nine.
oh, good, Julian. Yeah.
I will.
that's,
By the way,
Go ahead,
I
read
will
this,
not
read this.
rest. I will not rest until Chris Shelton watches Deep Space Nine. He claims he doesn't like it. Whatever. No. That is a life-changing television program, and I will not rest until he watches it. And I'm almost.
Okay.
I've been binging it again. I think for the 5th or 6th time. I'm on season 5. It is such a great series. So Marcus, if you don't want me to bring up Deep Space Nine, don't bring up Deep Space Nine. As soon as they say DS9, I can talk for an hour.
But here's what Marcus had said before. Somebody read this. Chad, you can read this if you want.
Sure. Says good Juliana or Julie. Good Steve-O. Good Chad.
Good Chad.
Bad Mark, you misbehaved too much.
I just wanted to
This is
register
true.
that.
So
I probably am PTS, so
what welcome. Always welcome with
But I'm
PTS.
just saying,
It's like no, yeah. I was watching. Who was I watching earlier yesterday?
Yep.
Oh, Nasty Nathaniel. Nasty Nathaniel has this take where he always says, if you don't want to end up on camera, don't walk into the view of the camera and stay there.
Yep.
So if you don't want to talk about DS9, don't bring up DS9.
So the Bajorans.
Okay, Steve-O, would you please go back to the start comments and questions?
They have a religion, okay, where there is a wormhole.
Okay. Question start.
I
Babylon
enjoy
5 is
Babylon 5.
Babylon 5
I
is
like it.
right. Fantastic show. Fantastic
And
show.
in
Not
the
better, but-
wormhole, guys, are aliens.
So Mitch Brisker.
Mitch says, and Mitch, I am going to take you up on this because this is okay, but
No, come
man,
on,
it
you're
could be
the
a lot.
pro here.
Could be a lot better. Anyone
set
who
up
needs
the best
anyone
here.
who needs help with lighting or camera, please ask me. Happy to help. Mitch, taking you up
Thank
on
you,
that,
Mitch.
So
If I had the money to actually invest on something, anything would be better than what I have right now. But thank you, Mitch.
yes.
It's nice of him, yeah.
Steve Britton says, ladies and gentlemen, the KLF have left the music industry.
I don't even know what the KLF is, but I figured it was something to do with
What is that? I don't know.
I don't know.
Then they deleted their entire back catalog. KLF.
I'm curious.
Britton, that might be a Canadian thing. Let us know. Selena says it's a good vibe here with only one exception. Sometimes these folks called OSA pop in and say, hello, fellow humans, what's up? Now this could be a funny coincidence. It's win-win. Yeah. So yeah. We say hi to OSA. We tell OSA they smell like poo. We sometimes mock them a little bit, but they're always welcome to watch our show. And the one thing we want them to understand is what we're saying is not untrue. It's the facts. They're looking outside the bubble that they've lived in, and then they've been forced in for however long. So OSA, come out and join us. You're always welcome here.
I'm very confused by the comments.
Witness. Oh, I love that Marcus and Mark are buddies. Yeah, right.
Yes.
It's
We're homies. He's my homeboy.
Zeno is my
Marcus is my homeboy.
That's right.
Zeno is
rock
not
it
my
out.
homeboy.
Zenu's hip, man. Zenu's hip. Rock it out with Kim D. High
Yeah.
says, I love Joe's music. I bought her latest album. Very cool.
Very
Oh,
cool.
nice.
Very cool. Penny 5A. I love it. I hope it's easier for you guys to respond or call me out in the chat. Either one was fine, but I love Penny 5A.
Number 5 and letter A takes a lot of you.
Yeah, it's true. 5A works, but Penny.
5A works. Penny works too.
Penny, we know who you are now.
Penny.
Nice.
And so does Osa. Mitch feeling the love bombs. Look at that. Loving the Mitch bombs. There you go. Loving the Mitch bombs. I don't know what that meant, but
Loving the Mitch bombs.
yeah. Not Maxbox 20, Steve-O. It's the KLF. Oh, that's what you were saying. The KLF 3 a.m. No.
Here.
No. KLF is a British music group. They did Doctor and the Tar.
okay.
Oh, okay. I know the songs. I guess I didn't realize who that was. Very cool. Well, thank you. And Matchbox 20 is better. I don't know. Probably not a comparison there. Question, Marilyn, I need a Theta potato. Oh, Marilyn's gone, but how can I get one to emigrate there to Scotland? Oh, so
I can tell you. We can tell you.
we
You
can
can
tell
tell
you.
her.
We can
You
tell
can-
you. I can tell you. What you need to do is email coffeecultsandcrafts@gmail.com, and in it type, Marilyn, I really need a Theta potato. Oh, by the way, I'm across the pond, and then whatever else you want to say after that. But
But
definitely
just
let
keep
her.
in mind that she is backlogged.
She is backlogged. She is. I have her on retainer until 2025 myself. So she's got a lot on order right now. So definitely email her, get yourself on the list, so you're not waiting till next Christmas to get one. Mitch says, "Love y'all." Well, love y'all right back, Brisker. There you go. Those are apparently hearts when
They're
Juliana
Korean
does that.
hearts. If you watch what is it called? K-drama. They do like
Everybody, put a 1 in the chat if you're a big fan of K-drama. If you watch a lot of K-drama on your nights, let us all know. So we're
I
curious.
don't necessarily, but
Witness
Loveless
says, "Yay,
Gale."
Loveless Gale." Yes. So
Me
it's gonna be
too.
great to. It's gonna be great to see Mitch on. To see Mitch. Sorry, it's gonna be grateful to see Mitch tonight. It's gonna be grateful to see. What's her name? Liz Gale. Good Lord.
Monday.
To see Liz on with us on Monday. Sorry, Liz. I brain farted there. You're delightful, Steve-O. Sing it, says Creepy B5. It's 3 a.m. I must be lonely. If you do want to hear Denver Steve-O sing, almost not bad. Check out my Thursday night Xenu Nation at the beginning of the show. Did a little Mark Cohn ditty called "Walkin' in Memphis," one of the greatest songs ever written from one of the greatest musical storytellers, and I think I hit it pretty well. So check that out. The opening of the show, and there's a little more throughout, but I'll tell you, nothing beats. Well, very little beats Mark Cohn, and "Walkin' in Memphis" is again one of the greatest stories told to music. So check that. So fans, check that out if you've got about 5 minutes.
You know what I'm thinking, Steve-O? You might need, if it's not a once in a lifetime occurrence, you might need to change your Xenu Nation to Thursday, because just the engagement just seems so
Thursday was
good
fantastic. Thursday
compared
was
to
fantastic.
Wednesday. Not that Wednesday's bad, but Wednesday was just such an amazing stream, and
I want to see what the
analytics.
well, I want to see what the Degraded Daughters are doing. So I know Vanessa did a Thursday night. I don't know if she's looking at doing consistent Thursday nights. If so, I'd want to make sure that I'm doing it earlier. I was talking about expanding Xenu Nation to 2 nights, and 2 nights would probably end up being like a Tuesday Thursday as opposed to a Wednesday Thursday.
Makes sense.
But I'm not sure of how Tuesday goes. I have to do a test. I have to do a test Tuesday as well. But Thursday, I'll tell you, Thursday was really amazing, and the amount of fans, the amount of viewers, the amount of everybody that was there participating was just huge. So it's not a bad idea. That may be something that we're going to have to seriously consider going forward. Yeah, absolutely. So that was the delightful. Yes, the shit you did with Doug is fantastic. I'm proud of what I did with Doug too. Yeah, you guys did some amazing stuff with Doug over time.
I can condense a lot of that stuff. Yeah, now that I'm thinking about doing PowerPoints, and that is a lot easier. So I can do that kind of stuff, and we can do some lives maybe, and it'd be fun. Actually, it would be fun. I think it would be cool.
That'd be fun.
Nice.
Apparently not on Thursday nights. Not on
Well,
Thursday
when-
No,
nights.
Saturdays. are
He's
actually
probably
quite good,
asleep, when it's Dino Nation.
True. Witness says, I really like the Mark Turi discussions on Dazed But Not Confused. Yeah, without a doubt. Those
Thank
were
you. Yeah,
fantastic.
thank you so
Those
much.
were great. Mark, if you swallow after you chew your food, you are PTS.
Yep.
Pretty much anything you do makes you PTS. That's right.
Pretty
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Yeah.
Ron is watching from Target too. Hey,
Ah.
Ron. Hey,
Commodore.
see you, buddy.
I was actually on Target 4 the other day. Crazy place, man. Crazy place.
Wow.
I thought Target 3 was crazy. Target 4, man.
Marcus says, great. Going to be contacting him. How do we contact him? How do we contact Mark Turi? Do we have a
They're talking about Mark Turi.
Well,
That's my
you,
question, because I
Marcus, we
think
have a direct
Oh,
line.
Mitch. Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
you
I was gonna say
guys
Mark-
got a channel. How do we contact
Marcus
Mitch?
and I telepathically connect to each other because we were former Scientologists. I was going to say that's redundant.
okay, so that question was redundant. Is that already did Mitch
Oh, okay.
Brisker? So how
Mitch
do we
Brisker.
contact Mitch Brisker besides now here in chat?
What we do.
Stephen knows.
No, I don't. I'm actually
He
pulling
probably
it up.
has an email on his YouTube, right?
I'm too lazy now to try to pull anything up anymore. Because I know you have his email or something that he can find faster than I can. Oh, his info is in about section of his channel. Awesome.
Good.
There we go. There we go. That's how you contact him. As you go to the about section of Mitch's, the about section of his channel. There you go.
If you find a link or if you want to already post something here, you can too.
Yeah.
Use Steve if you want. That's fine.
Oh, hold on. The Mitch says there's always a room for improvement without spending money. I know lots of tricks. Fantastic. I have no doubt you do.
And people are already asking, and Mitch is already answering some questions in chat. That's pretty cool.
Oh, cool. That's excellent. Mitch also says hello to Karine and Linda and Karen and Linda and Osa. Nothing personal, girls. At Osa. Nothing personal.
Now,
girls.
Linda. Wasn't
That's
Linda
nothing
the
personal.
person that you said, or was it Lisa? Or Lisa, or the person that you talked out of Osa?
Oh, I know. It was Nick and Lisa were the two that I
Lisa,
talked
not
to.
Linda.
Right.
Okay, so now,
Right,
now you got to talk to Corinne and Linda.
I do have to talk to Corinne and Linda. I was talking to Jack and Diane for a bit as well. You know, they're in Osa, but they're just two American kids.
But
really
now you have some real
doing the
names.
best that they can. Yeah. So, but now I got Corinne and Linda. So everybody out.
I
Everybody.
prefer Sam and Diane, but that's me.
Write them
Prefer who?
down.
Sam and Diane.
Sam and Diane? Absolutely.
Yeah, you know that reference, of course. Yeah.
Of course.
Everybody knows their name.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mitch.
That's right.
I
And
need to
their
talk to Mitch.
Cheers.
their friend Norm.
Yeah.
I will never put a 1 in the chat. What? If
I know.
put-
I think I know why,
Put
and
it-
I don't disagree.
Put a 2 in the chat, then put a 3. I put a theta symbol in the chat. How's that?
That's
Is that
hard.
good? That is really hard.
You need to have a special.
Put some sort of weird emoji in the chat. Steve Britton tells us Bill Drummond and Jimmy Caudy of the KLF wrote the manual how to have a number one hit, how to have a number one the easy way. It's hilarious. If you play an instrument, stop. If you're in a group, quit. That is hilarious. Here's a secret from Mitch already. Here's a free secret from Mitch. I light myself with one LED panel and an umbrella with some ambient light and a background and a background directional light. Okay.
Wow.
I would like to see a picture of that setup, like just a picture of behind the scenes, you know.
Right. Yeah. That's probably what I need is a visual of how it looks. Because right now I have a ring in front of me. I have two LED bars on the sides of me, and then I got all that blue crap behind me. So, which
I have a desk light.
The blue crap changes. Nuts and board. Damn it, Osa ruined it for me. My name is Linda. Well, Linda, we'll talk it through. Linda is the commanding officer. There we go.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Very funny. Very funny. Sorry,
Linda.
Nuts and board. You've been caught.
Very good.
Well, cool. Well, Karen is a sock puppet sales spokesman.
Yeah.
Oh, Karen.
She took over.
Oh, that Karen Powell.
Karen
Is
Powell.
that-
She took over after, I think, after Tommy Davis left, but she doesn't appear on camera. She just writes, pre-written, or she signs pre-written letters that David Miscavige does. Like, when they went up,
yes.
when Leah was doing the aftermath, and they were sending those statements. Basically, David Miscavige is writing them, and Corinne Powell is just signing her name and maybe giving a little
Okay.
stamp, and that's what they do. That's what she does. But
Okay. Now I have
she's a puppet.
Oh,
Yeah,
Mitch says, whoops,
I believe-
spokesperson.
Oh,
Yeah.
because he said spokesman at first,
Yeah.
so then he corrected to spokesperson. Whichever. I
Spokesperson.
mean,
Yeah,
you
PR.
have to say sir.
It's the
Yeah,
theater.
POW,
I think is
Karen
what
Powell.
Yeah,
Karen Powell?
Yeah, something like this,
Right.
something like that. But yeah,
Right.
she is, part of
Yeah.
OSA.
Hey, Witness is just curious. Hi, Linda, commanding officer of OSA. How far are you into your mission of futility? Awesome question. Witness, I love that. Thank you.
Oh
Oh, wonderful. I'm looking.
So in the beginning, there was a wormhole,
no!
and
Okay, guys.
in the
I think it's time to
wormhole-
wrap up for
okay,
today.
in the wormhole, there were these aliens that the Bajorans called the Prophets, and in the wormhole there is what's called the Celestial Temple. So in the first episode of Deep Space Nine, Commander Sisko goes into the wormhole with Dax, and they find the Celestial Temple, and they communicate with the Prophets, and he is chosen as the emissary, and that's how it starts.
Wow.
That is exactly how it
there.
starts. That is
And
exactly
I
how it
believe
starts.
that somewhere in the universe there is a wormhole. And because I believe in wormholes and aliens, I believe that there is a wormhole out there with aliens inside of it. Makes
There you
sense
go.
to me?
Yeah.
Sell it.
Chad,
Sell it to Marcus.
Yeah.
Just watch
I
the first
agree.
episode. That's all you have to do. You'll get the whole religion of the Bajorans.
Huh.
That's all. That's all I ask.
I'm interested.
90
now.
minutes of your life. That's all I ask.
Understand, Marcus. If you've ever watched any of the other Star Treks, right? If you ever watched The Next Generation,
Yeah.
I don't know if you have. If you've ever watched, you understand that that the first couple seasons are very much into development and very slower. I won't say very slow, or tend to be slower than the show is as it picks up. So watch those first two seasons. You'll go, okay, but you're learning and you're developing. You're understanding so much that by the time late second season and third season comes around, boom, it's just in your face, and it's, oh my God, it's you're in it, man. You're in it, right? Yeah, the 60s stuff too. I mean, the 60s Star Trek didn't get a chance to survive.
Yeah.
You know, it kept getting canceled, right? It got canceled after season 1, gave it a second season, got canceled after season 2, they gave it a third, and then they did not give it a third season. So
That's well, they didn't give it a fourth season.
Or didn't give it a fourth. I'm sorry, I misspoke there. Yeah. So they gave it so it had a rough time of it, but it was still, I mean, fantastic. By the time the 80s came along and things, shows were I'll say more serialized and less individual. Star Trek: The Next Generation still very much every individual episode stands on its own, but you still, much like when you watch like a Law and Order or something, right? You learn more about the characters episode by episode. So by the time 4th, 5th season come along, you really are invested in these characters. Deep Space Nine is exactly the same way. And you learn so much about these characters over the first 2 that by 3, 4, 5, you're invested, and that story is just boom, and it's just beautiful.
Well,
so
the first 2 seasons being a little bit slow, there are certain things that you learn, like what Denver Stevo was saying, the lore within the universe. That by the time you get to, like, now I'm rewatching on season 5 almost to season 6, and then season 7 is really when they pump up the action. You really, really care for those people, and you really understand the universe better. And that's why you have to go through some of those slower episodes. Like there's episodes because they had to write 26 episodes a season. They're not all going to be bangers. It's just the way it is.
Right.
But anyway, so then they have the Cardassians, and then the Cardassians are
Kardashians.
the people that occupied, not the Kardashians. They're also a reptilian lizard creatures, but they're from Calabasas. These are the
Nice.
Cardassians from Cardassia Prime. So they occupied Bajor for 50 years. Anyway. I have nothing
Very
more to
good.
say other than
I would
if you're
love to get Mitch's perspective on the tall alien lizard creatures that live in Calabasas, California. If he's ever willing to share that.
Reptilian is really what they are. They have and actually, if you're there's a whole bunch of stuff we could literally. Anyway, I don't want to get into too much, but a lot of these species in the Star Trek universe, especially in Deep Space Nine, there's an episode in The Next Generation where they introduce. So there's actually a really great episode, season 4, season 5. I can't remember. I think it's 4 or 5 in TNG where they introduced the Cardassians, and it's called The Wounded. It's actually a terrifically fantastic episode. So anyway, feels like you're trying to sell their religion. Not gonna lie. You know what? Maybe I am. So.
That's his privilege.
I mean, wormholes exist.
The thing is,
I
if
think
you're
Star Trek exists, so there you go.
and if you're interested in their religion, we will happily give you a Bajoran Bible, free of charge. You can read it. You can join. There is no pressure. There's no pressure on you.
I'll do a PowerPoint on it if you want me to. Come on.
Witness has a good suggestion here. You want to read it?
Yeah,
Somebody?
keeping up with the Cardassians.
Nice.
You make a version with the Kardashians invading. It would be fun. Oh my god, it would be hilarious.
Let me just go back here to some more comments, questions here. 245 asks, isn't Linda Laura FM's mother? I think her mother's name is Diane. Not Linda.
Not sure.
And Mitch Brisker says Monique Muffins Dingling replaced Tommy.
Muffins.
Yeah, that's right.
Muffins.
That's right. Yeah, muffins.
Oh, sweet Yingling.
Who's not even a Scientologist.
Yeah. Ying ding dong.
Yeah, she's a Catholic, I
Cardassians
think,
on the Ferengi ships.
All right, serious question now. Are you ready? I don't know if we should open this kind of hole. I think this should be like scenes for. I think we're at the 3-hour mark. I think we should start to wrap up here.
Oh, we are. Oh my god.
I'm gonna post a question here that's like teaser for next week, maybe perhaps.
Teaser for next week.
This is a good question.
What are your views on Teal Swan?
So Doug and I did a stream a little while ago where he. Before we did the stream, or before we got into the topic that I was going to talk about in the stream, we watched this trailer from, I think it was a Netflix thing. It was like a movie that they had made about Teal Swan. So we watched the trailer. So the trailer was a little weird or whatever. It didn't really give too many details. But I ended up watching that documentary, and yeah, she's an incredible narcissist. I do sorry for her because she has had some sexual abuse and physical abuse in her past, I believe with her father or someone in her family. So in that part of it, I feel a lot of compassion, but she definitely is running a destructive group for sure. There's a lot of, typical things that you see in these groups. There's a lot of reliance on her. They don't really like outsiders. They don't really like criticism. And so I don't have any personal experience or knowledge of it, but I would say if it's not benign, it's definitely leaning towards destructive. And she's 100% a narcissist. She knows everything. She's the source of everything. Everyone is around her is kind of yes men and yes women. And, there's a lot of that going on. So I don't have any positive views on that.
There's a very good documentary. Yeah, you had to put that up while I'm still.
Yeah, Mitch says you didn't ask me, but I think Teal Swan has male genitalia. There, I said it out loud. Now go ahead, Juliana.
There you go.
But
not a good person.
About Teal Swan.
Very good
Yeah.
podcast. I'm sorry, not a documentary. I know there's a documentary
Yeah.
too, but I haven't seen it. There's a very good podcast. What's the name of the guy? Jennings Brown, I think.
Hmm.
So there's a very good podcast. He actually went there and he stayed with them for a while, and he did a
Okay.
very
But she started on the
interesting-
online. Like she
Yeah,
started
but
as
then
on an online YouTube doing self-help, maybe a little spirituality,
Yes.
yoga, and then it grew into this kind of like thing, this movement, and she's a guru, and that's
she
very
has
a
this
very
community.
narcissistic type of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to say in
So-
Costa Rica. I'm not sure, but she has a community somewhere. And then he went there and he stayed
Yeah.
with them and he visited and he produced a very good podcast. I just don't remember the
Cool.
name, but I can look.
Yeah. Don't
All right,
join.
what else do we have there? Don't
All
join.
right.
Yeah.
So Joe asks a question for Mark. What are your thoughts on Oli Nidal? Haha, joke.
Oli Nidal.
I don't even know what that is, but
I don't know what Oli Nidal is. I'm sorry, Ole Nidal.
it's a joke.
Looks
but
like
I don't know what it is.
Scandinavian or something. Sorry, let me
Yeah.
look that up. I probably know what it is, maybe, but I just Ole Nidal. Oh,
Let me look up
some spiritual guru guy. Yeah, some lama. Kaju, Karma, Kaju, Tibetan Buddhism. Oh, the Diamond Way. Okay, yeah. I think, Joe, you were a former member of the Diamond Way. We could talk about that later because when I was studying Buddhism, I never went to the Diamond Way, but I've been aware of it. And the fact that Diamond Way is, not a good group actually was kind of surprising to me because I didn't have any previous knowledge on that. So anyway, yeah.
Isn't
If you went
Diamond
through
Way?
it and
Yeah.
Diamond Way Buddhism. Yeah. So I guess he's the person. He's like the guru
Okay.
or whatever, the lama. So yeah, but
I
thank you,
think
Joe. If you want to talk more, we can talk after.
I think Joe was in Diamond Way.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
She was in Diamond Way.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Yeah.
Jill Swan is the most successful online cult leader. Yep. Sadly.
I'm posting a link here. I found the podcast.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
If anybody's interested in checking that out. I thought it was very good.
Did you click it? Did you throw it in chat?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Marcus sent somebody an email. Check your
Mitch.
spam if you don't see nothing. Mitch. Okay, that's to Mitch.
I
Gotcha.
think it's Mitch.
Mark, you check your spam too. Just for the heck of
I
it.
will.
Everybody check their check your spam.
Yep.
Selena says, did that say Kim Sardashian? No, Kim Kardashian, or am I high? Wait, two things can be true, right?
Yeah, they can be.
Not-
Two things can be true at the same time.
Not Mitch, to Joe. I'm confused. Everybody check your
Oh,
spam.
to Joe. Sure,
Everybody.
that makes sense. To Joe, because the music
don't know.
thingy makes sense.
Oh, yeah. So many
Yeah.
things happening today.
Yeah, Mitch says, not familiar with the Calabasas lizard people, but thanks for the tip. I grew up in West
yes.
Hollywood. We had our own brand of lizard people. So,
Nice.
undoubtedly.
Yes, you do.
But
Especially on
Yes.
Halloween. Santa Monica Boulevard on Halloween in West Hollywood is a very cool place, I think. Very interesting.
Joe check spam. Or everybody check spam. Everybody
Yep.
check spam. And y'all
Every hour.
hungry? Yes.
Yeah,
Marcus,
I'm
I think
getting
we are
there, guys.
hungry. I think it's time to go.
Yep.
We got to grab some food.
I think
Okay.
Marcus is kicking us out.
Marcus
Until
is kicking us
next
out. That's
time.
hilarious. That's right. Don't forget, check out Denver Stevo, Xenu Nation tonight on Denver Stevo at 8 p.m. Clearwater time. And then followed very quickly after, Denver Stevo YouTube is at Denver Stevo. And then very quickly after, swing on over to Mitch Brisker's channel for Saturday Night Confessional with Mitch
What I
Brisker.
Nice.
That's what I was looking for.
Don't forget, swing by Denver Stevo's merch shop at www.denverstevo.com. Yes, that's not a misprint. It is my website, denverstevo.com, and check out all the great Osa Smells Like Poo merch, Xenu Nation merch, I Slept with Stevo merch. It's all there,
Hello.
and don't forget to please read the descriptions and see what wonderful things ChatGPT wrote for my great merch. So
Nice.
that's all we got.
Selena asks, what is that in English money?
Pounds. It's pounds
English
in English
time.
money.
I think it's just talking about Mitch. Joe had said it was 3. So it's in the middle of the night somewhere around there. What are you going to do on
5 hours.
Saturday
It's
night?
5. So the Greenwich Mean Times is 5 hours ahead of Eastern time. So whenever we
Clearwater
say
time?
it's Clearwater time or Eastern time,
Yeah.
at 5, because it's 6 from my time zone.
Okay.
So 8
it's
plus
5?
5.
If it's
Denver
8
Steve will be on at 1 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time, and Mitch
That's
will
right.
be on at 3 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time.
Very
That's
good.
correct.
I'm
Yep.
more confused than before, but I'm glad I'm only 1 hour ahead of Clearwater time. Soon to be
Yep.
2. I'm not looking forward to that.
Oh.
Okay, I just want to ask something. Chad, what are those? Let me just change here real quick.
Yeah.
What are those books back there?
Oh yeah, I have them on purpose. Somebody sent me these. One of the fans.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah. I won't say who
Oh.
because I don't know if she wants me to say, but yeah, they came from away from Australia.
Ooh, very
wow.
nice.
Cooking
Very
books.
cool.
So yeah, we'll do some streams on some of the recipes soon.
I'd
Very
like
cool.
to see
Nice.
those later.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, and Joe says they're not on GMT at the moment. They're on summertime. It's BST.
Okay. Yeah. There's always, yeah. Okay.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you a secret. You just
So what does
go
that
to
mean?
the channel, and whenever
Standard
that's
Time.
scheduled to be, it's gonna be at your time zone.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it's gonna show your local time.
Yeah.
If you
So
go to
just
if you
I
go to
just-
go to
mine,
the channel.
if you go to the channels now and just click on notify me, it'll tell you.
Yep.
And if you go to the
I got my
channel and you
channels
look
mixed
at the stream there that's
I
ready to go,
apologize
you're
for
gonna
my
see the
Brits.
time. I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. British. Yeah, that's right. British summertime. Yeah.
Very confusing. Very
Yeah.
British
Yeah.
summertime and the living's easy.
Still rainy, probably, even though
Probably right. So is that is British Standard? I don't know how British Standard works with Greenwich Mean Time. Do you
It's
gain an
probably,
hour? Do you lose an hour? Is it
yeah.
4? Is it
I
6?
think it must be daylight savings.
Okay.
It must
I
be
don't know.
daylight savings, I guess. I don't know.
All right. You know, you
All
guys
right.
you guys can thank Benjamin Franklin for that. Huh? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, one of our
Sure.
guys who hung out in France
right.
with the hookers.
I don't have daylight savings here anymore, so
I
I
mean,
don't
why
know.
not?
you
You
can-
know?
Right.
What else? If you got wooden teeth, what else are you gonna do, right?
That's no doubt. Chad,
Okay,
you gonna
guys.
Chad, you gonna kick us out?
I think.
I'm about to
I
kick
gotta-
everybody
I
out
do
because
gotta
Yeah, I
it's
think
done.
I think
Before I
that's
go
good
to
for now.
bed.
Because like I said, we got to rest up for
Yeah.
Steve later, right?
Everybody's like, okay, let's go. Well, let's stay, but let's go.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thank you for
Should I stay or
joining.
should I go now?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. guys.
Like an American action film, we don't know how to leave. Have a good night.
Bye. I don't have an outro, so I'm just gonna finish this. Just
No
keep
exit
waving.
strategy. Like
Outro. That's right.